Been partly recreating how to train your dragon in Love and Deepspace. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can train that dragon. I'm pretty sure I can chain as well, but train that dragon. Yes. Also, yes, I am recording my audios. I have a huge fucking backlog of audios to record for the Magic Wave commission. And I still, God, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what I'm gonna be recording for the ASMR channel. I'm gonna be straight up, dude. I've been trying so hard to think of ideas to write as a script. I'm not a script writer, guys. I'm a voice actor. So, maybe I'll find somebody to help me with scripts. It's just that, like, the scripts on Reddit is either too smutty and it's not, like, tasteful at all, or it's simply too like, soft and it doesn't fit my vibe. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I am looking for something. Hey, Belen, how you doing as well? Venom, hello, Scarlet. Hello, Midori, Tess, Foxy Cloud. How is everyone doing today? But yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, though. That is kind of the plan for today as well. But yeah. Got here as soon as I saw the notification. I am glad. Hey, trans guy Remy, script not is on. I don't blame you. It's just, like, it's not even that it's like, yes, it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's more like I'm just not good a writer. I ramble too much when I'm trying to write. You know what I mean? So like having me write scripts usually ends up with scripts not being that good. Hey, Picario, thank you so much for gifting test subject us up. Thank you so much, my friend. But yeah, hello Donna. Hello Venom. How you Grumpy Cat? Hello. Love mini toys. How you doing as well? I just got back from the gym. If I'm a little bit yawny, it's because I was at the gym and I just got here. I don't even like. I just like put a bit of water. I just washed my hair a little bit on the shower, and now I'm here. Hey, Kailas, how you doing as well, my friend? But yeah. Hello, AM. How you doing, though? But yeah, today we got some chill love and deep space. I am like planning on like future streams as well. I do want to do. It's just that like I would have to do it through PayPal. But I want something that I thought about doing was doing like a photo competition. For love and deep space. Since so many people in like the community take like do love and deep space, play love and deep space. I wanted to do like a photo competition, and like the best photo wins. We could have like a prize for like the funniest one, the best photo, you know what I mean? Or like the most creative or something like that. I think that would be cool. I think that would be kind of fun. You know what I mean? Hey, chaotic Chisaya, how you doing as well? Hello, Foxy. How you doing as well? But yeah. Hey, Picario, thanks so much for gifting Fox Guy a sub as well. Gifting subs for everybody today. Damn. Goddamn. That's what I like to see. But yeah. How you guys been doing, though? How you guys been doing? Did you guys exercise? Did you guys study? Whatever, college, high school you are. Or maybe at your job, you know what I mean? Are you doing good? How you doing? Let's give it some time until people to get here before we start. You know how we usually do. Usually at the beginning, we always yap a little bit before getting started into the game. I'm also updating the game on my phone, on my PC, because I'm also updating my game on my PC because I want to play it on the PC. I think it's gonna be better. I'm gonna be trying out though. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna be doing. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna be doing about that. But yeah, made myself sad thinking of Lad's fanfiction. Lad's fanfiction? What? Trying to get my child to nap. Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna be napping much listening to me because I tend to be very loud, but you know. Glad to have you here, Dory. It is always a pleasure. Hey Scarlett, how you doing as well? But yeah, Hooked on Newbie, how you doing as well, my friend? Welcome. But yeah, those are the plans for today, though. I'm glad to see. Dude, oh yeah, by the way, I am now officially confirmed. I forgot to say this. I am now officially a partnered content creator. There's some things that I can't say, you know, NDA and all that. But I can now officially say that I am a Love and Deep Space official content creator. They don't have any badges on the profile, but they do give you a Discord role on their Discord server. So yeah, you know, yay. You know what I mean? It's better than nothing. I'm glad to be, you know, acknowledged. I've never been acknowledged as like a content creator in the game before. I mean, I've been doing this for months, you know what I mean? I've been streaming Love and Deep Space for like 8 months, you know what I mean? I usually only did it on Twitch. Because I didn't used to stream on YouTube, but now that I am streaming on YouTube, I'm actually glad it's actually been performing a lot better than on Twitch. You know what I mean? Hello, Erin. How you doing as well? But yeah, makes me happy. Just makes me happy when people enjoy the content that I put out. You know what I mean? Like, You know what I mean? I put a lot of work. I put a lot of myself into my streams, into my videos. So, you know, having people, you know, be like, wow, we really enjoy this. It makes me very happy, you know. Wait. Let me just pin this here as well. I forgot to do that. Yeah, new video. There's a new video. I forgot. I always need to do this. I need to pin these messages whenever there's a new video. There you go, so I don't forget. Righty. There you go. Yeah, just so I don't forget that there's a new video, I always gotta do that. It's just something that people recommended me do. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, praying for you, Tess. What is that? Thinking about an OC, didn't realize it kind of fits the main story. Even though I'm not far into the game yet, then I created the angst on accident to help me. Tess, are you getting angry at your own fan fictions? Come on. That's crazy. You're getting angry at your own fan fictions. Come on, Tess. What are you talking about? Is that normal? Is that like is that something that people that read fan fictions do? You make your own headcanon and then you start getting mad at it. That's kind of crazy. It's exactly what's happening. That you're crazy. You're actually insane. You are actually insane, my friend. Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for this to finish loading, by the way. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for this to finish downloading. You know the song. Hey, Squishy fam, how you doing as well? Well, yeah. Hey, cook it up. Oh, well, yeah. I have been enjoying myself though. I've mostly been also. You want to see something that I've been doing? Let me show you something that I've been doing. I've been doing this. Yeah, let me show you. You hear a beep? That's because of this. Check it out. Wait, why is my VTuber studio? I'm not sure. There you go. Oh, you remember that? You remember that one? Is that something you remember? I've been putting a lot of games into my modified PlayStation because, you know, the Play Store is not even like working anymore. I've just been putting a lot of these games there. I upgraded the hard drive for 1 terabyte, and I don't know if I want to be playing this though, because like here's the thing, I don't have my save from this game. I've already started this. I know that a lot of people wanted to play this. I also do as well. I do enjoy this game a lot, but I've just been putting a lot of this God of War, you know, these are the exclusives, Infamous, Metal Gear, which I do gotta get somewhere, you know what I mean? Call of Duty. There's still a lot more that I want to put. There's still like 500 gigs of like this. You know, Bayonetta as well. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing at least like the Alice in Madness Returns in the original console. I'm just happy to have the original console, you know what I mean? It do be nice. It do be nice. I as a kid, I never really had a lot of video games because, you know, my mom had me when she was 23. It's not exactly an age where people have a lot of money, you know what I mean? But I am happy that now I can enjoy this, you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe if people really want to, we can play some Alice Madness Returns, some old games. Maybe Final Fantasy as well. You know what I mean? Like some old games. I would be down though. I would be down. Oh, there you go. But yeah, how you remember you homebrewed the PS3? Oh yeah, of course I would. Like here's the thing. I'm not gonna be like I'm not even full piracy. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a game that you can't buy anymore. The thing is that like for the PS3 in specific, I'm not gonna be buying for resellers. You know what I mean? Like most of these games are still being sold, but they're just like being sold by resellers that are gonna like skyrocket the price of the CDs. And by just putting in a new hard drive and homebrew in it, it just becomes a lot easier. It's not like I'm gonna be playing online anyway on this. You know what I mean? Like most of these games I do actually have. I have it on Steam, for example. Alice Madness Returns, Dishonored, you know what I mean? And these I'm probably gonna be playing on Steam. But for the games that are there, it's just, you know what I mean? I just doing it without too much care in the world. You know what I mean? Also, yes. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna be having some more events this year, so I hope you guys are excited. Give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. Guys, that's actually quite important. Give me some ideas for collabs to do for these events. Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of events during, I believe, I know we're gonna be doing August because August is the anniversary of the channel, right? But I also was thinking about doing one in October, November, and one maybe a little bit earlier. I'm not exactly sure when. I'm not sure if like around May, June. I think June might be a little bit too early, but maybe March or April. I was thinking of doing like a mid-season event. Because like I've been like usually what we would do is we would do like big events, right? Like getting myself tattooed on stream. And we are still going to be doing this big event at the anniversary. You know what I mean? Like we're still going to be doing big events for our anniversary. For the anniversary of the channel, yes, we're going to be doing big events. But I want to do like smaller scale events. Maybe around, I don't know, like maybe around like April or something like that. Something like a mid-season thing. You know what I mean? Because I think that would be kind of fun, and it allows me to like do collabs and like big events and hype up people without having to like do like a huge fucking like, you know what I mean? Like a huge fucking, what is the word? How do I call it? I'm not 100% sure of the word. It's 24 people, 26 on YouTube, 33 on Twitch. I multi-stream, so you know, if you want to watch it on Twitch, you can watch it on Twitch. If you want to watch it on YouTube. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, do leave a like though. Leaving a like is very much important. If you're watching this after the fact, you can also leave a comment. I always reply as well. You know what I mean? You and I seem chill. Maybe that collab would work. Sure. No, I mean, yeah, that's obvious. But I mean like more activities. I don't mean like who to collab with. I know who I'm going to collab with. I mean, activities. Not for ASMR though. Not for ASMR, but for like videos, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Hey gosh, puppy, how you doing as well? How you doing? Hello Jess, hello Donna Taylor. How you doing as well, my friends? But yeah. Might go back to my PS3 and Darksiders. Dude, I haven't heard Darksiders in a long time. There's so many games that are old as hell, you know what I mean? Hey Mel, how you doing as well? Sucks by a skill of 500 out of 1,000. So it sucks about what? What are you talking about? Well, yeah. But give me ideas for like a mid-season event. I was thinking of like maybe something for Easter, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Hey Luna, how you doing as well? First time in the chat. Hello. But yeah, because I want to do like a smaller scale event. I think around April. I think April is a good one because we can do April, then August, which is the anniversary, right? April, August, and then what is the word? October for Halloween, right? We can do a Halloween event, and then finally we can do one for Christmas. What do you guys think? Around Easter, just paint some eggs. I want to do something different, but I'm gonna be thinking about that. But I think, what do you guys think? I think that would be kind of fun, and then we can do like I was thinking of doing mini subathons because I do like doing subathons because the thing about subathons is that I can organize a lot of collabs all at once. You know what I mean? I can just like grab a lot of my friends and be like, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this day and this that day. And then I can put like all of my friends in and then we can do a lot of fun content. But I also want to do like, you know what I mean? But it's not going to be like the mid-year subathon where we put like a 1,000 goal with like the animation that we funded. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something like, oh, like 200, if at most like super high, like $500, which I think it's pretty doable. You know what I mean? And then we can like have like a 12-hour, 20-hour subathon. You know what I mean? Instead of like something uncapped. I don't know. It's just an idea that I had because I wanted to do more events like these. I was something that it's not even that upset me. With 2024 was amazing, as I said, but I wanted to do more. I had a lot of fun doing these events, and I want to do more of these events, like the one that we did for the front page, for example. That like front page event was so much fun that we did the cream pie stream, which it's still one of my highlights. I still consider that stream one of the highlights of my career. It's gonna be really hard to top that stream. I'm just saying right now. You know what I mean? Just that stream is one of the highlights of my career, and I'm never gonna be topping that. 300,000 people watched me make a dumb, silly No Nut November joke on the front page of Twitch. You don't understand it. It's really hard to top that out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Color eggs, collaborations. Is that really something people do? Do people really color eggs on during Easter? I don't know. Usually Easter we would like, at least in Brazil, Easter. Oh, we do hunting for Easter eggs. Chocolate. We give chocolate to our friends, right? I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Kibumi, how you doing as well, my friend? But yeah. I would love to get an audio. I'm not doing that as much ASMR anymore. I've said I made a video, Donna. What are you talking about? You saw the video that I was talking about the ASMR situation. I'm not doing that much ASMR. You guys know how hard it's been. You know what I mean? With YouTube, like fucking doing shit with like ASMR creators. But yeah, have you reacted to Caleb's one? First of all, I don't react. I play the video games. I'm not reacting to anything. But I get what you mean, right? Caleb's anecdotes, I've done pretty much all of, yes, I've done all of Caleb's memories and the myth as well. Now we're going to the myth, the Sylus' myth. Today we have the Sylus' myth. Also, why is it stuck on 80%? Oh man, the computer one is really taking its time. I might just put it on my phone. You know what? I'm gonna put it on my phone. I'm gonna put the 11 Deepspace on my phone. It's really taking its time and it seems to be stuck in here. Look at this. Oh. It got worse. It got a lot worse. Never mind. Let me restart that real quick. I think it's having some issues. Let me restart that game really quick. You know, maybe it's better if I just play this on my phone. You know what I mean? Maybe it's better if I just play this on my phone. Let me try that out. Let me see about that. Oh boy, that got worse very quickly. Goddamn. Okay, retrieving version. Okay, I'm gonna be playing on my phone. It seems to be kind of buggy. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you guys. There's not a single good emulator for... Love and Deepspace. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, there's not a single good emulator aside from just playing on your actual phone. It's actually kind of crazy. Also, I need to hide this real quick while I log in. I need to log in on Tessa's account. Yes, shoutouts to Tessa again. She's the one that has been letting me borrow the account. You guys know how these memories are. There you go. All right. Let me go here. There you go. Agree. There you go. There you go. All right. Agreed. Perfect. There you go. Let's get started, shall we? Glitching the makers. I tried playing 11 Deepspace on my phone, but the lag is crazy. Well, yeah. It's a very heavy game. I mean, look at the graphics, right? But I wanted to play it on... There's not a single emulator. I'm currently using MSI app player, and it's less shit than the... It's less garbage than the BlueStacks, but it's still like kind of awful. You know what I mean? It's still actually kind of awful.
Come closer.
There you go.
I have a joke to tell you.
Your period is coming soon. Oh my. Damn. Why is? I'm not sure I have those kinds of things, but I do appreciate it. You know what I mean? I do appreciate the reminder. There you go. Oh man, my period is coming to a close. What do they say? Actually, let me actually. I'm kind of curious. What do they say? If it's.
What's up? Tell me and I'll make it.
I hear your body gives you a sort of warning before your period starts. I'll make sure you rest well. Oh, that's kind of sweet. What happens if I click this? Hopefully she doesn't get mad at me.
Early. Should I get anything in case you feel unwell?
Oh yeah, let me stop the notifications. You guys are getting notifications for the the Twitch. It's just like creator notifications, so we don't get this in the middle of the story. Caring massage. Aww.
Tastes can change during your period. Is there anything you'd like to eat? Make a wish. A coin isn't needed.
Yeah, they're
After
very
you
sweet. It's just like usual comfort. It's like the kind of shit that I do in my ASMR videos. I mean, yeah, it's what you would expect. It's just like, hey, you know, like get yourself some chocolate, get yourself something to eat, rest. You know, painkillers, like the hot, what is the thing? The warm bag of water that you put in your belly. I forgot the name now. It's exactly what you would expect. Have you tried Video Paint Simulator? Yes. No, I haven't tried it. Yes, people have suggested. Yes, I'm gonna be doing that. If I find... The problem is that I need to find one that is not too shit, but also one that is, that I can, that is proper, right? So, yes. The Period Simulator, I think it would be a really funny collab. Or just like a subathon event idea. Yes, that is something that we're gonna be doing. I just need to find one that is not too garbage and not too shit. Oh, there's two actually. I want to check out the other one afterwards. But this is the one that we're doing today. We're gonna be watching Beyond Cloudfall. Oh yeah. Dragon Sylus, oh my. What is this about? It's gonna be like, oh, big mean Maddie dragon that is like, oh, they just, you know what I mean? Once on a day that I lost everything, I met my dragon. Ooh. Kind of reminds me of my dragon story that I wrote.
The sorceress has been judged. Greed and evil shall perish so long as His Majesty and the sacred judicator protect Philos.
Are we gonna be oh my god.
eternity.
I have a... Okay, so for context, right? A lot of people are new from my YouTube channel, from the Love and Deepspace YouTube channel. You guys don't know this. I have a story. It was one of my most successful videos on my ASMR channel. It's a story about a thief that gets sacrificed to the dragon, and the dragon ends up like taking them on their side and like, you know, taking them in as their own, right? So it's started out surprisingly similar to my story, which I'm not saying that Love and Deepspace like copied my story. This kind of story is like very, but I was one of the first ones that did that. Just saying.
The sorceress has been judged. Greed and evil shall perish so long as His Majesty and the sacred judicator.
It is very like your story. Oh my god, is it? That is kind of funny. Guys, I have a story that is literally just like that. Alright. Oh. Scarlet raindrops enter my eyes, while far below they gather into a gurgling stream at the depths of the abyss. From my blurry vision I catch a flash of lightning ripping through the Philos' gloomy night sky. I can't die here. From my periphery to the area in front of me, darkness spreads like an all-consuming ocean. The world descends as the wanderer's claws close in. The cold, eerie glint like the flash of the death's eyes. I won't accept this. There's no escaping it now. I refuse to accept this. Oh?
I like your eyes. They are beautiful.
Oh man.
In them, I can see your hatred, defiance, and greed for life.
Ooh. It is still very similar to my... Listen to your Tinder audio now. Nah, it's not an audio. It's a really old audio, guys. You gotta keep in mind. It's been a very long time. You know what I mean? Like that audio is not that good quality. You know what I mean? The wind seizes. It feels like the time is caught in an invisible grip. I close my eyes before struggling to open them again. While a flash of light streaks across the ancient rock wall, there I see a shadow of a massive beast with horns. That's... Chains bind its wings so tightly that if not for the greatsword lodged in its chest, its massive form would almost merge with the rock wall.
Make a deal with me, if you want to live, that is.
It's a remastered version then? Nah, it doesn't work. ASMR is not what it used to be, guys.
Pull out the sword.
The fiend actually exists?
You don't have time for questions.
Oh. The next instant, the stilled air tends to move again, and a rancid wind howls at the once frozen wanderers leap towards me. Driven by the defiance and fury, I raise my hands and grip the rusted sword. I want to live. Oh, Alright. So that's what a guy would have voiced, you know. No matter the cost. When I pull out the sword, the rust melts away and transforms into light. It surges into my body, mingling with the strand of black and red mist. Amidst the chaos, wings flap in a stir of whirlwind, of sand and gravel. I'm thrown onto the jagged rocks, my vision growing hazier by the second. All I can see is the darkness in a single dark red gem-like eye. Believe me when I say the ASMR community would 100% go freaky. On that day, the girl marked for execution unleashed the fiend from the abyss. Oh? No, I mean like YouTube. YouTube has been like rough because they have been limiting the videos, saying that a bunch of videos are like sexual themed and all that, even though they're not. And that's why I'm not been. That's why a lot of ASMR creators are trying to look for other things to do, or you know. This was long before humans arrived on this planet. Thousands of years ago, dragons ruled the land of Sylus. By nature, dragons are wicked creatures that feed on human souls. They excel at drawing out the darkest parts of a person's heart, driving humans to turn on one another and become enslaved to their desires. The greedier the soul, the more irresistible it is to a dragon. Seen as the embodiment of evil, dragons were the harbingers of the world's end. Whenever they appeared, doomsday followed. That was until the last dragon on the planet was sealed in the bottom of the abyss over 1,600 years ago. Doomsday faded into a forgotten myth, and the age of humanity finally began. I think the model froze. It is because my PC has been frozen a little bit. I've told you guys, I need to upgrade my PC. It's just because my PC, it's literally because the PC. It's because my PC is not that good to handle my model. It's just been struggling. I don't know why that is. It's just been something that is happening. I wish I could stop it. I really do. It's just something that happens because my PC is not that good. I don't have enough money to buy a new one now. If you guys, you know. What can I do? I feel as though my chest is being ripped open. An overwhelming weight presses down on my body. I'm immobilized. The towering black buildings loom. It stops, swallowed by darkness. A scaly beast's claw firmly pins me down at the central platform. What's happening? I can't move. No? Review, YouTube has been unfair towards the ASMR creators. Yeah, it's just kind of how it be. You know? I look down to see strands of faint golden light being pulled from my body by an invisible force. It hurts. I struggle to turn my head. Once again, the shadow of a dragon's horns and wings are flickering on the wall where twilight dances. Clarity strikes me, and I cry out in pain. Stop it! Oh dear! I would be kept alive! The fiendish shadow lowers its head, and its voice pierces my mind.
To be a dead person walking counts as being alive.
Does it now? Stop. No! In between life and death, an uncontrollable tremor erupts from deep within my soul. A phantom greatsword forms in my hand. It plunges into the beast's chest. Oh? However, Himbo spent all his money on Sylus. Now he can't have a good PC. No, I didn't. It's just... the money that we put together. I put 20 bucks. I believe Test also gave 20, and that was like somebody else. I believe they're here right now that gave 50. When we gacha pull as a community. You know, we watch the things as a community as well. But when we gacha pull as a community. The dragon's pain cry resounds in the hall, and the weight on my body vanishes. Clutching my chest, I quickly sit up. As my breathing steadies, I realize I haven't been torn open like I thought.
I vividly recall you saying, no matter the cost.
Well, yeah, it would probably be something that if I do more events, we would try to like at least have a little bit of an upgrade on this PC because it has been struggling a little bit with the VTuber studio and the games. The giant beast shadows fade away, and from the darkness emerges a man wrapped in a blood-red mist. Oh man. So that's supposed to be like a hole in his chest? I see. He watches me like I'm his prey. But similar to the dragon, he possesses a pair of beautiful garnet-like eyes. I set you free, and you saved me. That means our deal in the abyss is done. He slowly approaches me. I quickly stumble as I make my way down the platform. I can barely keep my distance from him. Dragons can only feed on human souls if they offered up willingly. So as long as I don't agree, you cannot eat me. The fiend narrows his eyes and approaches me to the other side of the platform. I think it's a gem. No, yeah, what I'm saying, the representation, right? He also has like a few veins, like darkened veins in his arms.
You need to return what doesn't belong to you.
Oh? What does belong to me? The dragon curls a finger. Golden lights once again pulled from my chest. You, stop! But the more I struggle, the clearer it becomes. A strange, unsettling black mist is tangled within me. It feels like a soul that isn't mine, somehow fused with my own.
It's not that unbearable, is it? Having your soul torn apart.
And it's odd, I think. Is it? The dragon suddenly yanks me across the platform. Its blood-red right eye just inches from my face. In a flash, my mind is dragged into an abyssal vortex, and just when I think I'm about to be devoured... Oh? The wind howls through the Crimson Valley as countless soldiers of the Legion of Justitia thrust their weapons into my chest. I quickly realize this isn't my past, and the body writhing in pain isn't mine either. This is the dragon's memory. I gather my strength, tense up, trying to break free from the memory. The valley and the wind fade away like a weathered paint. Oh, so we're gonna be like, oh, you actually have feelings. And then he's gonna be like, oh, you've acknowledged me. I love you. Oh my god, this is... It's not the same. It is not the same. My story comes a little bit different. But it's like an ASMR roleplay, dude. It's actually so funny. And it's actually so funny how similar to those like ASMR roleplays. That is hilarious. I love that. No? He covers his right eye with his hand and leans over the platform.
Your power.
Takes the agonizing screams.
Source?
They don't really explain it well, at least in my memory. It's more an ecstatic memory to beat. My power. That's a question even I can answer. Before I can think further, a claw-like hand grabs my chin and pulls me closer. Oh?
Look at me.
Cold sweat blurs my vision. As I grip around my neck tightens, I can help but meet his gaze. A familiar voice resounds in my mind. It's unmistakably mine, yet the tone is strangely foreign. His eye. I want that eye. It's mine. It belongs to me.
It's getting stronger. The scent of desire.
Oh.
Tell me your desire.
It's a mix of like dragons and demons. I kind of fuck with that. I kind of fuck the mix of like they really like took a lot of elements from like, oh, it's like a demon. It grants wishes. It's fueled by desire and greed and all that. You know what I mean? I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I really do fuck with that. Hey Skylar, how you doing as well, my friend? Yeah, by the way, the link in the pinned messages is a new video if you want to watch that. There's a new video on YouTube if you want to.
And offer your soul to me. Then I shall promise to give you a painless death. Unless you wish to become a minion of a dragon's nest.
Dude, the word minion has been absolutely ruined. Nobody can say minion and I don't think of the yellow guys. The word minion has been ruined for me. Every time somebody says minion, I'll be like, oh, banana. I don't want anything.
You fool.
His fingers brush over my lip that I bit earlier. as a tingling sensation in his right eye gleams with a faint blood-red light. I can't breathe. No, I need to come up with something. Anything, so long as it... Countless fleeting thoughts that I could barely serve as excuses flash in my mind. I can only manage to grasp one. Take me back to the Ivory City. I must return.
Your life is hanging by a thread, mortal. And yet you still dare to play tricks.
I'm being honest. I used to live in the sanctuary, but they judged me as a sorcerer and threw me into the abyss. I won't accept this. I want revenge. My heart pounds in my chest, and my hand trembles as I reach for my dagger. Suddenly the restraints on me disappear. I'm forcibly flung back to the platform. Oh? He does say he's a fiend. Yeah, he's supposed to be a dragon fiend, kind of. It's like a mix of like dragons and demons. The dark mist skims amongst the smooth surface of the platform, retreating into his palm. As it does, my wounds close up, leaving no scars behind. It's almost unreal. Damn. I mean, we love a we love a vengeful queen, you know what I mean? We love a vengeful queen. You know what I mean? We do love a vengeful queen, you know? Get your revenge, girl. That's valid and base. Extremely valid and base, yes. There you go. The word I use can have either a dragon or demon fiend because they have the same connotations. I think he's the Dragon King. That's what the titles, the clips, and the videos. I see. Over 1,600 years ago, after centuries of war with humanity, the dragon said in legend to bring about Sylus' end was finally sealed in the abyss beneath the fiend-infested Tarus City by the Legion of Justinia. The decisive event known as the Battle of the Tarus led to widespread praise for the Legion. The leader who drove his sword into the dragon's heart was revered as the sacred judicator. Monuments honoring the deed stand tall across Sylus. His followers... No, why is it skipping automatically? Every year, the sanctuary takes in some of the city's orphans in the name of the sacred judicator, and its place held in an even higher regard than the royal palace. When these orphans come of age, a judicator's oracle dressed in a magnificent robes takes them away to join the Legion of Justitia. However, the judicator's oracle, who came to take me, threw me into the abyss in front of everyone. You know what I mean? How many years? 1600. A lot of years. The pure white sanctuary stands in solemn grandeur. The pristine marble floor gleams. The intricate wall carvings are well maintained, appearing new. They look just like this when I was taken away. The followers gather here scattered the moment they see the sorcerers who were supposed to be dead. As for the gods, they fall apart like dominoes with just a flick of a finger.
Growing up in a cage like this, no wonder your soul is so dull.
She's just straight up walking like that. Cover those nipples, you slut. It's time. Inferno Dragon. Yeah, kind of like an Inferno Dragon, I suppose. The music doesn't fit the game lol. I mean, there's no game music, is it? The news of the fiend's appearance in the sanctuary must be spreading like a wildfire in the city. Once the Legion of the Justitia arrives to deal with them, I can slip away from the chaos. And watch the last god disappear from view, pretending I didn't see them as I turn away. The Judicator's oracle who judged me isn't here, so my revenge will have to wait. For now, at least. Otherwise. However, the dragon shows no interest in my plan for revenge. He stands in the beam of sunlight deep within the sanctuary. His figure stands out against the pure white architecture, yet he's like a statue that belongs here. Taken aback, I quickly shake my head and move to his side. Oh, okay.
What is that?
Following the dragon's gaze, I see the mural on the sanctuary's ceiling. At its center, a godlike figure in a bright red cloak, wielding a long sword as he executes the evil dragon in the corner. The fiend-slaying god. The godlike man represents the sacred judicator. The evil dragon getting a sword for his chest in the corner. That's probably you. I can't figure out why he keeps staring at it. Forget the insult, the dragon is drawn without any semblance of beauty. The dragon lowers his eyes, casting a calm, scrutinizing glance over my face. Of course, it's just the artist's take. You're much more handsome and imposing in real life. He looks at the text beneath the mural. What is it?
It's been 1,677 years since I was sealed away.
You can read that?
You can't?
It's written in an ancient language that's been lost to time. No one can read it anymore. What does it say? The fiends look at the ceiling again.
The fiend is the very essence of malice and greed, skilled at twisting human desires.
Venom, maybe he was talking about himself.
He drives mortals
really
to turn
covered.
against each other, leading them to their own demise. Given time, the world will be swallowed by chaos and descend into ruination. The fiend's arrival marks the onset of doomsday.
So I guess we're going on doomsday then. I guess that there he comes.
During the Battle of Tarus, the sacred judicator with a will of iron stood firm against the corruption of evil.
Oh boy.
In a war so fierce, he emerged as the sole honorable survivor. He sealed away the fiend, the very harbinger of doomsday.
I think this is gonna be propaganda.
Chasm.
I think this is 100% propaganda. I think because he was drawn to the statue. I think that the person asked him to give these like 1,000 years of peace, and you know, he felt betrayed or something. He was betrayed, and that's what I think. I haven't seen the story again, but this is where currently I'm feeling that. It's that this is propaganda, and he was favored by the dragon, and he got betrayed or something like that.
With the curse of doomsday lifted,
that's what it sounds like it means to me.
restored to Philos.
I heard that the fiend, which is you, is a destined arch nemesis. This individual must be the secret adjudicator, correct?
What a lofty title.
Yeah, the story sounds pretty fake to me too. The sunlight spills through the sanctuary's entrance. The silence is so intense that it's unsettling. The Legion of Justitia still haven't arrived. There's no one to hold him back. I can't escape. I try to think of other ways to stall, so I quickly shift the conversation. Yes. This is the resting place of your arch nemesis. The sacred judicator in the mural must be long dead, but his ashes are kept here. There's even a statue of him in the inner hall. I sit on the armrest of a bench. Feigning excitement, I rest my chin in my hand and look at the fiend. So, what's your pick for revenge? Smash it to bits, douse it in ink, cover it with curses, or scatter the ashes onto the streets. He falls silent again. I look over and see his countenance veiled in a soft light. It's difficult to discern the emotions hidden underneath. You know what I mean? Because he's not angry. He's not like showing like the anger of like anything of the sort. You know what I mean? This man trapped you into abyss for over 1,000 years while he was worshipped as a hero, basking in glory.
Are you referring to that glory built upon ignorant faith? Do you expect me to envy such foolishness?
But, I mean, I don't know exactly. Swoosh. A Justitia arrow forged from a golden ore crackling with electricity cuts through the air right as I speak. Finally! Next to me, the fiend raises his hand and makes a pinching motion. The flying arrow immediately disintegrates into particles.
How boring.
Right before the next attack, the sanctuary is engulfed in a dazzling light that blinds everyone present with its radiance. Now! Okay, he's probably cringing. The way he reads it is disgusting compared to the other voice lines. Behind the silver light, blades charge straight from the fiend. They are accompanied by the sounds of hurried footsteps. I step back and look for an opportunity to run outside.
How impudent.
I hear the crisp snap of fingers behind me. A sharp pain suddenly surges from deep within my chest as if my soul has been taken away. I can't move. My limbs stiffen and I move uncontrollably, forcing me to turn around. As I gasp as I take in the sight before me. Oh? What is it gonna be? The gods are tearing into one another like marionettes on invisible strings, slashing, ripping, and killing without mercy. Blood spatters across the engraved halls. The candelabras atop the mist of chaos, setting the drapes ablaze. The stained glass windows, once vibrant, now cast an ominous red glow, reflecting the twisted vision of purgatory. Haunting wails and screams echo through the sanctuary. The fiend watches as the place descends into a blood-soaked inferno, he scoffs. Oh man.
Even
the story is
after all
intense.
these years, mortals are still foolish.
The story is
to
like
the
so
last.
intense, actually. Okay, let's see about that. Brenda, but I remember how people were correct in guessing that Sylus Weiss was a dragon in the trailer, just because of the brooch he was wearing. I mean, guessing the dragon from this kind of outfit is like my first guess would be demon, and I know this is kind of supposed to be demon inspired, but like if I was just looking at the trailer, I would not thought dragon. I would have thought demon. As the light streams in through the stained glass, I can see the fiend's blood-splattered face from the cruel, blood-splattered face and the cold, cruel curve of his lips.
Come.
His eye manipulating everything.
You're only somewhat clever, but it's still a pitiful display. If you're planning to kill with a borrowed knife, you'd better make sure the blade is sharp enough.
The familiar excruciating pain tears through my flesh once more, and the faint golden light mixed with black mist is once again pulled from my body. His eye should be mine. Even on the brink of death, you still covet
Even
my
on the
eye.
brink of death, you still dare to covet my eye. You greedy fool.
What is it with his
What
eye?
a shame.
Is he like not intentionally corrupting people? Wait, you can kill me whenever you like, but if you spare me, I can help you achieve more. And I bit my lip hard, forcing myself to stay calm and steady as I speak to him. I want to live, and I want your eye. It's like how you want my soul. Is there a problem with that? Is it just too bad I'm not as strong as you? The grip around my neck suddenly looses.
You said you could help me achieve more. Give me an example.
I take 2 steps back. I cover my neck as I steady myself. My mind races, scrambling for anything a dragon might want. Since they're originally a Chinese game, it let a whole lot of hints about their culture, mythology. That's what they guessed easily. Wishing this fanbase is crazy good at detecting little clues. I mean, I suppose it is. I can help you amass a large amount of wealth, collect a lot of souls. Whatever you need, I can get it for you. Oh, the next moment, my body's lift off the ground as he soars into the sky. What are you doing now?
Ask again, and I'll devour you whole.
Hey, yo, kinky. With a snap of his fingers, energy erupts from the flames. The columns of fire rise upwards and stain the clouds in a mesmerizing crimson hues. The ground shakes, and the magnificent solemn sanctuary at the heart of the city quickly crumbles into ruins.
For something as tedious as revenge, this will suffice. No need for a spectacle.
The wind sweeps up the screams and shouts of terror. The fiend holds me and flaps with its wings as he flies off into the blazing sunset. Hey, Cozy Kitsune, how you doing as well, my friend? Welcome. Finally caught you live. Oh yeah, thank you so much for coming over. By the way, if you're watching this live right now, or if you're watching this after the fact, please do leave a like on YouTube. Your support is very much appreciated. It doesn't cost you anything, and leaving likes helps us show up more on the front page. I know it's annoying to keep asking. That's why I only do it every hour or so. But if you can help out and leave a like, I would very much appreciate it. You know, share the stream with with friends on Discord. Leave a like. You know, leave a comment if you want to. All that stuff. Before the sun disappears under the horizon, we chase the last fragment of light. We find ourselves in a lair perched atop a cliff. As I look down in midair, the cliff and lair form a breathtaking sight between the peaks, like the skeleton of a dragon poised to take flight. He lands on the other side where the lighting is noticeably better. There are no blood-soaked stone platforms. Is this your home?
Have you ever met a fiend with a home?
I don't know. After the dragon puts me down, although it feels more like I was dropped, he drags his tail along the stone staircase to the upper level of the cave. Seeing that he isn't trying to restrain me, I turn and run towards the cave's entrance. Oh? Pebbles roll off the cliff, but I can't hear them fall. I stop just in time to stare at the sheer cliff outside. My heart sinks into the depths of despair. Fine. If I can't go back to the Ivory City, I guess the dragon's lair will have to do. Yeah, everything is on fire as well. Light illuminates the cave ever so often. I follow the faint glow of the stone steps and catch up with the figure ahead of me. I suppose you won't be my sofa now.
Assuming that was still the case, why would I even bring you back here? Stay put.
This really is like kind of an ASMR script. He's like taking us over. Of course, I don't believe this dragon spared me just because I can get it making money. But I know what he's planned for me. I walk up to him and continue our conversation. He took us because we want to live or something. If I'm going to live here, my living quarters should be at least decent. Your cave is too basic. What do you think? Following the spiral stone staircase to the top of the cave, I feel as if I stepped into a world that never sees light. The dragon stops walking. His tail coils around my chest and lifts me to the final step. With a cold, lowered gaze, he stares at me.
Choose.
Oh, what are we choosing? What are we actually choosing? Unspoken words catch my throat as I watch him snap his fingers. He releases an energy orb that floats into the cave's depth. One by one, the red flames ignite as far as the eye can see. My surroundings are illuminated by this shimmering light. Before me is an endless array of treasures and luxurious garments. Oh? We didn't start the fire.
Interested?
The castle's over there. You really give these to me? What do we want his eye. We want his eye.
Why not? You're also mine now.
His tail wraps around me again. My body's turned around and pushed towards the treasure trove. The dragon's lair hasn't been visited for a long time. I make my way to a pile of gold, clear away the thick cobwebs, and spot an old toppled sword arc behind it. I lift the nearly rotted wood and pick up a dagger that glints with a cold, sharp light.
It's called the Fiend Bane. Legends say you could plunge it into a dragon's heart and twist it 3 times to completely shatter the dragon's soul.
I set the dagger down. I notice an open box to my right. Inside is a blade that looks like a hidden weapon.
The Golden Crow's Feather of Eternity.
Of course, it had to be like crow
Designed
motif as well. It is Sylus as well. You know what I mean?
Eyes. You humans seem to think the longer the name, the more formidable the weapon. But this little thing isn't even good for trimming my nails.
I turn and look around. The vast treasure trove. I never expected your collection would be all weapons. The dragon has hobbies as well.
Your kind.
I'm glad that the main character is kind of sassy. I imagine they were, and particularly polite about it.
Indeed. It's a shame those who brought them to me are all dead. And I'm still alive.
So the sword that was sealed away, was it really given to you by the secret adjudicator in the mural? He was just lucky to get his hands on it.
He was just lucky to get his hands on it.
Unfortunate
enough to drive it into my chest. But only its true master can wield its power.
And that sword is inside me now. Does it mean that I'm its true master? I clench my fist, but maybe my trimming is off. The phantom of the great sword doesn't appear as I'd hoped. Rounded a fixed stone pillar, I find myself staring, not at weapons, but at the seemingly endless hoard of treasures. Fine clothes, paintings, musical instruments. Shocked, I can only stare until I realize I swallowed my saliva.
If you want something,
hey Lily, how you doing?
Just reach out and take it.
We're gonna reach out to him. We're gonna like grab his like face or something. In the flickering firelight, our shadows intertwine on our dimly lit wall.
Just like this.
Let your greed
and desire burn a little brighter.
His tail glides up my cuff. Smiling, the fiend leans and whispers into my ear.
This is how you'll become worthy enough to be my meal.
Holding my gem. Holding a gem. My hand clenches in fear. I turn my head as this tail suddenly tightens around me. He laughs and watches me struggle in his grasp. Oh my. No wonder you spared me. You wanted to fatten me up before going in for the kill.
Even so, you still cling to that gem despite being so close to death's sweet embrace. You truly
Even better, he
are a
invites you
source
out
of
right.
entertainment.
I have a bad feeling. Didn't watch the myth before. I mean, yeah, it's my first time as well. Don't give me any spoilers, by the way. Don't give me any myth spoilers. Enjoy my company while you can. I might bring you a deadlier experience next time. Ooh.
Who says death can't
Those
be
eyes say
entertaining
anything?
in itself?
I'm not. It's fine, but I really. I'm gonna wait until I cast my opinions. The firelight casts a shadow under his eyelashes. He leans in. He's so close that I can feel his breath enveloping me. It's reminiscent of a liquor's intoxicating aroma.
I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Oh my. How that was that? Grab the face. Those eyes. So we are the master of the sword that imprisoned him. I don't know exactly. But I guess. Am I tripping? Osiris laughs like a rich dude god. Yeah, he laughs like... he has that kind of like rich dude laugh. He's like... You know what I mean? Like you can feel the generational wealth every time the Syluses laugh. You know what I mean? He's like rich money laugh. 100%, dude. That night the dragon places me with all this treasure he's gathered. It's as if I'm the one with them. It appears like everything is present, but all I can grasp for is the moonlight descending into the lair from an opening. Whenever I close my eyes, the sound of the howling wind inside the cave sends me back to the blood-red valley. All I can hear is the dragon's cries. The moment those blades pierce his heart, the same pain and fury also run through me. Perhaps a fragment of the dragon's soul truly did enter my body the moment I pulled out the sword. At the time, I didn't understand the implications. I also didn't know this would mark the start of a curse. EMC sucks as Nixon is thinking around. You can hear the generational wealth on his laugh. It's like a shirt logo. As dawn arrives, I lie on the pile of gold, squinting at the lackluster jewels. I was twirling for the fiendbane in my hand for the third time. He's just going to fatten me up before savoring the kill. I can't let everything go to this way. The source of his power is from his right eye. If I could take it. After a night of turning it over in my mind, I've decided I need that eye. With that eye, I might just be able to escape the dragon and avoid the fate of having my soul devoured. Which means I have to strike first. It'll definitely take more than one attempt. I may not even be able to hurt him, but testing the waters can't hurt. He's after my soul. He won't just kill me off. Besides, he's going to treat me like a pet. He shouldn't be surprised if he gets scratched. Walking down the stone staircase, I find myself circling around the broken central pillar, over and over. The steps gradually merge with the ground and extend in the depths below. The dragon rests here. I found you. Oh? What is it gonna be? Are we gonna try to kill him? I like his tail though. It's kind of like a scorpion's tail. He can sense our desire, so like it shouldn't be a surprise to him. He's probably gonna catch us. Take this chance. Do I have to? I think I have to, right? I don't think this is timed out. Oh. I knew it.
Your footsteps are noisy, and you breathe heavily.
Oh. Consider yourself lucky.
At the moment I'm bored to tears.
Shrike. You'd be a fool to think I only brought a dagger. Oh my. You.
Child's play. I admit you're clever at times, yet your skills leave much to be desired.
I mean, it's like he's like
If you still have
like
tricks,
this is literally the definition of like
I could use a
like
stretch.
crime baby versus hydrogen bomb, you know what I mean? If the record attack doesn't work, I'll have to try a more subtle approach. Pretend to soften. I don't have anything else. I was just bored and wanted to play games.
Before you tried to kill me, did you consider that it'd end like this?
Strangle. Oh. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
I see. Your overconfidence truly led you to believe I'd be merciful.
Calm down. Hey,
Feel your
yo.
heartbeat right now.
Hey, yo.
Don't forget.
Where are you putting that tail, boy?
Pressure at
Hey,
this
hey, hey.
very spot.
Hey, where are you putting
Your
that tail?
heart will never beat again.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Are you going to stay this weak forever?
I mean, don't we have like hidden power and shit?
This will be the mark for the first time.
Ooh, he's gonna bite on my ear. Oh, he's gonna bite the neck. Hey, yo. I do like a hickey.
Until this mark disappears, you will have 2 more chances to take my life.
Ooh.
Prove to me that you can be stronger.
I told y'all the main MC sucks at laughing, as sneaking up. Oh. It's very flexible. I know, right? Oh my. Like, that's... Goddamn. My first hunt ends with me being branded with a mark from the dragon. Aside from the dragon who resides in the cave's depths, there's also the cave opening where the light pours in. There's another challenge to overcome. Even if the dragon has no interest in hurting me at the moment, I can't let myself stay trapped in this skewed cage with no way out. I tear apart the golden silk carpets from the dragon's lair and weave them into a rope. Using this collection of weapons, I carve footholds into the walls. I throw the hope up and up again. With every fall and every fresh wound, the gap between me and freedom grows a little smaller. Ooh, that's kind of crazy. The dragon knows my escape plan. Sometimes he even sits in a pile of gold, resting his hand in his hands as he watches. He neither helps me nor stops me. It takes me a while to realize he isn't just watching, he's stunning me out of sheer boredom. Just like I used to watch my cat in the sanctuary that's trying to jump over a wall he could never clear. Oh man. Easy there, boy. I'm just saying, you know, this is YouTube. Calm down, Sylus. Goddamn. Finally managed to reach the top. 5 days later, at the break of dawn, I finally pull myself from the caves out of the cave's opening. But I learned that while I found a way to freedom, it's also another dead end. Outside the lair, the abyss seems bottomless. One can only gaze upon the city of Ebony, the Tarus City. It's like a place where fiends lurk. An endless crimson mountain range covered with forests that are void of life, with scorched trees. This surrounds the lonely city. There is no other path. Behind me, a narrow ridge snakes downwards, like the spine of a dragon. Between its vertebrae lies a vast, yawning chasm. Yeah. It's like a very, like...
You'll die if you can't make the jump.
I prepare to sprint and leap. The dragon lands behind me. You won't let me die, or else you won't be able to have my soul. However, you're not concerned about me running away.
If you can go down without dying, then you may come and go as you please. I'm also curious to see where a sorceress who consorts with a fiend thinks she can
I think
go.
Kira said she would have been bitten by the Sylus. I mean, hey, I'm taken, so, you know, that offer is not down. With his arms crossed, he floats in the front of me. I shoot a glance at the dragon's horns and tail. You're skilled at flapping your tongue to annoy people.
Thank you. It's one of my few strengths.
saying that to Sylus is wild. Being like, you are really good at yapping, my brother. Still haven't found from the adjudicator's oracle who judged me. My revenge is far from over. Looking for him, it's better than staying here.
Don't bother. Even if you leap down these 21 bones, no one in your hometown will be waiting for you.
I stop in my tracks. What do you mean? The dragon tosses me a bloodstained bag. Oh, did it kill her? Did it kill my family?
Eyes. Crows pecked out the eyes of the person you're looking for.
Is it? My gut tells me that this isn't the dragon's doing. What happened?
You had me destroy a sanctuary, but the Legion of Justicia took it further.
They wiped out
an entire city under the pretense that doomsday is nigh.
Ooh. Damn, they just straight up like genocided a city. God damn. The dragon leisurely floats at me. A wicked smile on his face, a blood-red vortex swirling down its right eye.
The Ivory City is a burning purgatory now.
A rare sight indeed. Shall I take you there? The highest point of the dragon's ridge, crimson clouds surge upward. I'm swept into a boundless sea of roaring flames. When you have the dragon's skin for fights, he floats and never stands. Does he? How interesting. After experiencing more than a vertigo, I feel as I'm soaring through the air. A massive shadow glides over the burning Ivory City below. The clash of steel echoes from the bloodstained streets. Stirred by wings, the air carries a blood's metallic scent alongside the burnt, acrid smell. These are scenes of the dragon's once witness. The memories replay in the soul that's hidden within my body. Ah, damn. The story is intense.
Their own fear is enough to bring about the world's end.
As if this cruel spectacle of people destroying each other wasn't entertainment enough, I soon find myself falling. My soul trembles in pure ecstasy as I soar through the roaring flames. I pay little attention to the warm droplets that splash my eyes. Enough! I forcefully shove away the one responsible for these visions. The air turns bone-chilling cold again. I lose my balance and descends. Above me, as sunlight pierces through the heavy cloud cover, yet the sky grows ever distant as I fall. The dragon's expression changes from a cruel amusement to alarm as he spreads his wings and flies towards me. The air no longer moves when the scorching embrace envelops me. The descent doesn't stop, as if I'm being held in a safe cocoon. Aw, he does care about us. Although I don't know what his intentions are in this story. The day the dragon and I destroyed the sanctuary, the war of doomsday began. I never imagined that the peace sustained for over 1600 years could be broken so easily. It rained for 3 consecutive days in Tarus City. I sit at the dragon's lair and receive shiny trinkets every day. One night, a small mountain cat came in to play with me. It wasn't until later that I realized there's no way a mountain cat could just wander into the dragon's lair on its own. Could the dragon be comforting me? What is like going on? So we got the like sword, and we are the ones that are destined to be its master. Sure, got him. But what does he? Shouldn't he be like? Oh, this is like imprisoning me. Shouldn't he be trying to escape us or kill us or dominate us or whatever? What is his deal? I can't like quite pinpoint Sylus's deal on this. After the storm clears, the sky above the dragon's nest is shrouded in dark, swirling clouds. From here I can see Tarus City, a city of ebony. That is the opposite of my hometown, a city of ivory. That place is chaotic evil, a home for those who are shunned by others. It's a world different from what I know. But when the night falls, its outline resembles the Ivory City. Don't want to spoil. Don't give me any spoilers. We can talk about it later. We can talk about our like thoughts later. Okay? Don't worry. Don't give me any spoilers. What's the sound? A faint breeze blows from behind me as this dragon folds his wings. He lands a few steps away from me. As I sing the final note, I close my mouth and continue gazing at the distant lights in Tarus City. A requiem for the departed.
Sing it again.
Haven't you ever heard someone sing it before?
I've Never heard you sing.
I mean, Sylus is like, isn't Sylus like always like tone deaf as fuck? So like anything would be good for him, right? He sits next to me. His tail curls up behind me. The nights in Tarus City are always bright lit, unlike the flames of war from the Ivory City. Desires and revelry burn.
I heard you're the princess of Ivory City.
I manage a stiff smile. I was supposed to be a weapon to slay dragons. They told me I could kill a dragon, so they filled my head with lots of things about them. But when they decided to execute me, they said I was a dragon. That's how
humans are.
They fear those who are different. The night breeze rolls across the ground and carries a scent of charred trees. Maybe there's another forest fire nearby.
Why can't you leave that place behind?
A shield is flickering white candle in front of me. Its flame is about to go out. It's not that. I just lived there for so long. For such a long time.
You consider that place your home.
Maybe I just miss the cats, dogs, and birds there.
Face it. No matter how much you hate it or want to leave, a home
I gotta
is
go.
still a part
Alright,
of
my
your
friend.
soul.
Feel free to watch the
The
VOD
more you
later.
try
Don't
to
worry about it. If it's too
excise
late for your time zone, you can always watch the
more
VOD
you'll be
later.
reminded
You
of
know?
who you are.
When I don't respond, he changes the conversation to the topic of my supposed crimes.
Enlighten me. What do you and dragons have in common?
We have nothing in common. I just broke the rules by keeping a golden lamp with an engraved dragon. Aside from one in the fiend-slaying god, no dragons are allowed in the sanctuary, but I could only talk to that little dragon. And one day they caught me talking to it. Even now I can't help but laugh when I remember the Judicator's oracle expression upon seeing that obsidian dragon coiled up around the lamp. To think a carefully trained dragon-slaying weapon could cherish a dragon instead. The Judicator's oracle looked like he had been attacked by a dragon. Hysteric, he ordered me to destroy that dragon. I know it's just an object. Destroying it would be easy. I remember clutching the little dragon as I was forced into a corner. The shadows of the crowd engulfed me like a tide. But I didn't want to listen to them that day. Aww. Wait, why are we talking to a toy dragon? Like, is it like supposed to be like a child dragon? Like a little spirit or something? The essence of the Ivory City is reflected in its citizens. People dressed nicely, exude grace, and possess an untainted souls. The Judicator's oracle says desire is a seed of calamity. Excessive indulgence will allow the seeds to grow quickly. So I had to act like everyone else. I needed to abide by proper etiquette, say the right words, bind my hands and feet with invisible white threads. All these things turn me into a puppet without a heart. But they still burn my dragon. To kill my dragon, they frame me for a great crime. They sentence a puppet to death because it had one desire. Oh, poor girl. So she wanted to like keep the little dragon. Since they've branded me as a sorceress, fine then. How could I not do what a sorceress is supposed to do? Strands of my hair flutter as I look at the dragon beside me. Since they destroyed what was most precious to me, it is only fair that they surrender what's most precious to them. Everyone wearing the sacred robe should have their chest split open to see the truest selves. The threads binding me are cut away. One by one I tighten my fist and finally see what's wrapped inside. Heart still beating. Revenge and plunder. That's my desire. If you can make it happen, my soul is yours. The night grows colder. The candle finally flickers out. The dragon doesn't respond. He just leans in closer.
Do you know what you look like right now?
We're turning more into a demon?
You're a young dragon who just grew her horns.
Are we though? Upon imagining this, I lower my head and I start laughing. Maybe he's right. With my little dragon gone, horns grew in my head.
Growing dragon horns symbolizes a rebirth. It's a good thing.
What about you? How did it feel when you grew horns? Oh.
It was nothing special.
I'm assuming he's like a primordial dragon. The dragon sits back down, avoiding my gaze.
It just hurt a bit.
Oh yeah? You'd be a great storyteller? I mean, kind of what I'm doing right now. Then are you a dragon or a human? Maybe he doesn't hear me. Or maybe he just ignores it. He lets out a chuckle. I know my request can be considered unreasonable. It's fine if you can't do it. Oh.
Even if your desire is to resurrect the people of the Ivory City,
He's really powerful,
it's
isn't
still
he?
within my capabilities.
Damn. This is a fiend's act of kindness.
People are far more interesting alive than
Hey, Lady
dead.
Lucia. How you doing as well, my friend?
If you truly want revenge, the best way is to keep them alive. Or would you say this world is the closest thing to hell itself?
I don't
You
think
can
so.
only feel pain when you're alive.
His expression is malicious when he speaks, but his eyes sparkle like gemstones. I recall the dragon in the valley with a sword in its chest. Is this the wisdom you've learned as a dragon?
You faced death before. You should know the answer.
Do you think you'll devour my soul first? Or will I pluck at your eye first? The dragon ignores my mischievous question and looks beyond the Tarus City.
Sing that song again.
I know our conversation is brought to a close. It's boring without music. It sounds better with an organ accompaniment. Can you get one for me?
It's a simple matter. Consider it done.
I really do like his face. Like, Zane has the Giga jaw, like, he has like the biggest jaw. But like Sylus, I really like the eyes on Sylus. All the other boys have like no face marks. And they look like too much like dolls. While Sylus, like, because he has like this line marks on his nose and his forehead, it's not much. I'm not saying he like, you know what I mean? It's still like stylized. But he's the only one that looks like more like natural to me. You know what I mean? And with the hunter eyes as well, I think it like just chef's kiss for me. Dragon Sylus really sway my loyalties, Lamau. Sylus has always been my number one. Always. It will ever be. You cannot sway me away from that boy. He gets up to leave, and I grab a hold of his tail. Hey, do you have a name?
Doesn't matter.
You can't eat me for now, and I won't be leaving anytime soon. Looks like we'll be stuck with each other for a while. What should I call you? Demon, Dragon, or maybe Drago? Drago. That's shit. Hey, Belen. The fiend gives me a cold stare. Sensing his boredom, I shut my mouth, but then I hear two faint syllables rumble from his throat. Mysterious. Are you trying to say me clear?
It's an ancient Philosian word. Since you can't read it, you probably won't understand it.
How about I call you by a name that sounds similar? Is Sylus alright with you?
Call me whatever you want, but don't expect me to respond.
Raphael's still my number one. I think Sylus butted out Xavier for number two. Nah, Sylus is always my number one. Always. I'm a Sylus dead ender. You cannot sway me away. The dragon rises. His unseen wings stir up a small gust around him. Where are you going, Sylus? He takes a half step and falls off the cliff.
I'll be resting.
Alright. What is it gonna be? On an island I learn the dragon's name. I see him again in my dreams. He falls into the valley as the soldiers from the Legion of Sissia thrust their weapons into his chest. He slides down. The sharp rocks tear into his flesh. The dragon roars, fills the valley, then slowly fades into silence. But at the bottom of the valley, it's not a dragon lying there. A young man, barely clinging to life. You didn't have a main till Sylus came out? Or did you not play from day one? Not from day one. I played it like maybe like a few weeks after Sylus came out, I believe. Like, Sylus was already out when I started, but he had just come out. He was like, just like brand new. You know what I mean? That was actually what got me to play the game back when it came out. Tarus City sits near the foot of the dragon's lair. The origin of its name is lost to time, but it's said to be connected to the abyss. Unlike other cities, Tarus City's market is... Oh? The style we passed by. A wondrous head was being displayed.
You reacted quickly.
So cute when she's the one.
Should I
forgetting his
remind you
name.
that you're currently fiddling with a wanderer's thigh?
Oh?
What? Are you terrified?
Okay. We gave him his name and he kept it. That is kind of cute, isn't it, ads? It is kind of cute. It is also like the change. It changed from dragon to Sylus. No, I just suddenly thought of something. The painting we were looking at earlier. Is the canvas made from dragon hide? What? Are you terrified? We still keep teasing him every now and then.
My voice sounding this annoying.
I dragged the dragon into this strange shop after another, even though I know there won't be any pipe organs for sale. I'll take what's most valuable in this world. That's the deal he silently agreed to. But right now I want to see an invisible fiend looking around. You have no intentions of disguising yourself?
No need. No one would believe a fiend would wander around a market.
I guess. I mean, he's not wrong. Like, who would imagine the devil dragon himself would be like, yeah, I'm just doing some groceries, you know what I mean? That is kind of hilarious that he's just like, nobody would believe you anyway, so why bother? Imagine you're like going grocery shopping and literal fucking Satan, the devil from the Bible, is like, yeah, I'm just doing some groceries. It's fine. No one is ever gonna believe you. That is grateful. That is crazy.
Sees a fiend differently. Some see ugliness, others see horror, cruelty. What they see isn't me. They only see their own hearts.
I hold up a mirror from the star. It reflects the face of a dragon. Can you guess what I see when I look at you? Below is the mirror, as if you hear a childish joke. He leans in closer. What does he see, though?
At the very least, I'm a lot more handsome than I was depicted in that fiend-slaying god mural.
Oh. He does feel like the kind of guy that would like to have like statues in his likelihood, wouldn't he? Or he would be like, oh, these are not worthy of me. The shop vendor, sir, are those horns? Sylus, this is a free country. I can wear whatever the fuck I want. I thought the famous market of Tarus City would be more interesting, given how it's known for its fiend-related items. It turns out it's just a bunch of normal stuff.
You won't be able to find wind chimes made of finger bones anywhere else.
I pick up an obsidian sculpture. They even have goat bone amulets. People in the sanctuary dislike these kinds of things because they believe horns represent fiends. Yet they're quite popular here.
Do you want it? In that case, you can carry this stuff back by yourself later.
I want something smaller and more intricate. There's a fiend's horn ring, a fiend's winged necklace, and this volcanic stone pendant isn't bad.
It's not bad.
Sylus leans down to look, however he scoffs. Pitch black and shaped like a crippled dragon. Especially in this event's extra story event. I place the pendant back. I turn my head and my eyes light up again. Look at this fiend's eye bracelet. Isn't it more affordable than your treasures in your lair?
You see a cheap, thin coating as beautiful. Are the cracks special? Did you come here just for
How you doing as well? I can't believe I almost forgot how sharp your tongue is after we spent so much time together. Getting a nice word out of you is like pulling teeth. I fiddle with the bracelet in front of me. Since my taste doesn't seem to align with yours, why don't you tell me about the most valuable piece in your collection?
The painted oil lamp made out of pure gold and that ruby necklace. You wouldn't use them if I gave them to you. Why are you interested in cheap things?
You actually measure worth based on monetary value.
There's another way.
I sigh dramatically and click my tongue, trying to appear deep and wise. You certainly live up to the stereotype of dragons being greedy for treasure. However, true value comes from something a little warmer. Take this bracelet, for instance. It might not look impressive, but it still carries a great significance. Ignoring his dark, brooding look, I grab the dragon's hand, and without waiting for his permission, I slip the bracelet onto his wrist. Oh? Here, just look at the words engraved on it. The fiend
shall always shield you. How long
the way he said
comforting.
Sylus will be my biggest achievement of this year, the way I was dead. The dragon glances down at the bracelet, but he doesn't take it off right away. The pupilless merchant senses something and quickly faces. He taps his tobacco pipe and with pinpoint accuracy onto the blank bracelet.
1 piece of information, or 30 gold coins for the bracelet.
For his bone bracelet? At best it's worth. We're about to start haggling, but when I look up, the dragon has already opened his pouch. Cascade of gold coins spill from his hand onto the counter. Oh, he's Sylus can't help himself but always be fucking rich as shit in every single story. It's Sylus and Xavier, the two like we're so rich. Oh, we're just so fucking rich every single time. But I think like Sylus shows more off. I think Xavier might be more rich, but Sylus like shows off more. That generational wealth. The blind merchant doesn't move to count them. His ears just twitch slightly.
You've given too much. Rules are rules. I'll keep the gold and give you 2 pieces of information. First, the fiend has returned. The Legion of Justicia will march to Tarus City soon.
It's gonna be conflict.
You two need to be careful.
Sylus and I exchange a glance. The merchant expressionless turns his face towards me.
As for the second one,
Before
long, the fiend will meet his destined arch nemesis once again.
Is it? Raphael's rich too.
Right.
I mean, like,
over
how
there.
rich though? He tilts his pipe. His eyes follow. My eyes follow. In the distance beyond the barren forest, I spot an obsidian spire jutting out. Reminds me of him telling the main character 5 million, don't want people thinking I'm poor law. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I hook my arm around the dragon's neck and stand on my tiptoes and I whisper in his ear. Isn't that the place when you try to eat me for the first time?
Do you wish to return for the sake of nostalgia?
I don't see why not. Who knows? Maybe something unexpected would occur there.
An abandoned, dilapidated chapel won't offer anything worth the trek. Don't forget why I'm here with you.
I let go of the dragon's neck and pretend to be displeased. It's not like you just found out I'm insatiable. If I can't get the organ, I'll just grab a few other things as consolation. These, and these. Don't they all suit you perfectly? I quickly pick up a few intricate design accessories and shove them into the dragon's arms. Then I stumble my tiptoes to hang a bone wind chime on his horn. We keep teasing them every single story, dude. I love, out of all of the main characters, the Sylus's main character is always the funniest. She's always teasing him. She's always like being playful. The Zane one, she's too serious. Caleb. Okay, Caleb is also kind of nice. I do like Caleb as well, the Caleb main character. Not Caleb himself, the main character in the story. And Raphael, she acts too like, ooh, girly pop, oh, I'm so shy, ooh. I don't like that. I like when she's like teasing and playful and like always sassing about, you know what I mean? The evening sky casts a soft, rosy glow over the dragon. He looks at me for a moment and sets the coin pouch on the table. What is it going to be? Since you want all
of them, don't leave a single one behind.
Evo matches one of the boys very well.
Take everything. We're leaving.
I open my arms and the dragon lifts me. He carries me the treasures as we soar over Tarus City. Oh, I love how sassy she is with him. By the way, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, do leave a like, share with people on Discord. You know, leave a comment if you want, if you're not watching live right now. I know it's annoying to keep asking, but leaving likes does help we show up more on the front page. I know it's annoying, but if you can help out, it doesn't cost you anything, and I really, really appreciate it, you know? There's also a new video, it's pinned in the chat if you want to watch, and yeah. Still halfway through the Sylus' myth, aren't we? During my days in the Dragon's Lair, Sylus and I achieve a delicate balance. I couldn't obtain his eye, and he never brought up the fiendish deal that would cost my soul. We lived like true companions, together in the Dragon's Lair and above Tarus City. When dusk descends, we venture out the reckless raids and return with our spoils before dawn. My favorite sight is watching the Judicator's army, who's been ruthless extorting people with warnings of impending doom, fall to their knees at the sight of a real fiend and resurrected sorceress. The thrill of revenge made my soul tremble, and each time he would ask me, "Is there anything else you desire?" The dragon personally nurtures my ambition as he leads me from one raid to another, regardless of how dangerous the target is. As long as I say I want it, he fulfills my every wish without fail. Fate tumbles like an uncontrollable bead rolling in a bottomless abyss. Under the guise of helping me get my revenge, he feeds the beast in my heart called desire. I know he is, yet slowly, my heart gains new desires. Oh, are we falling for him, aren't we? Oh, we're falling for him big time, aren't we? This place, and over here. We've already been to these places, correct? I sit cross-legged with a new cushion. I eat some fruit and mark several areas in the star map. The pomegranate I had set my eyes on get taken away before I can move my hand, ignoring my glare at Sylus' tap on the edge of the star map.
Didn't you say you wanted the minerals and starships here?
His tone barely conceals his excitement. On my shoulder, the mark he left faintly burns with a blood-red gleam in his eyes. I touch the burning skin and recall the sanctuary we raided 2 days ago. Adjudicator's oracle, wearing a splendid white robe, and is held up by one hand. A rabid bestial cruelty boils in the dragon's eyes. Back then, the mark would hurt just like this. I shook my head and decided not to think about it, but the pain was an omen of things to come. I rest my chin on my hand and say a long, drawn-out, "Oh." You remember everything I said. Sylus raises an eyebrow and takes a blood orange from a silver platter. Oh? I quickly snatch it away. When he's caught off guard, I arch my back like a cat and pounce. I press a silver knife against his neck. Be honest with me. What do you gain from indulging my desires like this? I pin him down against the cushion. The knife's bleeding wound would dissipate into a crimson light particles as he chuckles. Sylus looks up at me. We can feel each other's breaths as he raises his head. His nose gently brushes against mine.
What about you? What's in it for you to attempt an assassination with such a weak hand?
Before the curtains, our eyes meet. The afterglow is reflected in his eyes, which emit a surreal warmth. A strange flutter brushes against my heart, and a soft laugh escapes my lips. I return to my original spot before peeling and savoring a pomegranate. Do you want to kill the schmexiest shit ever? Nah. The only one that can be like, "Do you want a kitten?" is Sylus. Everyone else, myself included, would be cringe, would be like, "Oh, this could mod much?" I'd be like, "Yes, kitten, do you want it? Daddy will get it for you." No! The only one that can make it work, and that is because his voice is so fucking built different. I can recognize that. Is Sylus. I can be like, "Oh, do you want a kitten? I can get it for you." No. Anybody else would be a cringe Discord mod, myself included. No! Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not. Kitten has been ruined for me. I'm telling you. Call baby girl, call like sweetheart, honey, honeybee, fucking love, dear. Don't call it kitten. Kitten has been absolutely absolutely fucking ruined for me. You don't need to tell me. The greedier the soul, the more delicious it is. Am I mistaken? In any case, let's hope it doesn't backfire on you. Sylus's laugh as I take out another pomegranate seed. He leans in and snatches it with his teeth.
Likewise. You haven't fled because you're waiting for an opportunity to take my eye. Is that right?
And as I stare into his eyes, I find that I don't truly want to hurt him. Besides the horns and tail, he is almost no different from a human. Aside from the search of places to plunder, the dragon and I often meet at the top of the lair. Sometimes I tell him stories I've heard. He rarely speaks as if he's engrossed, or perhaps he just wants someone to watch the moon with him. Occasionally, the dragon talks about himself. He speaks about the myriad of dragon-slaying weapons in his treasure trove, and the 108 ways humans have tried to kill him. But most of the time, we just sit together and say nothing. The gentle knight smooths his sharp claws and reveals his true form. Oh? Is it gonna be full dragon-wise? Is it gonna be a full dragon? No, it's just okay. The sun is setting, and the rocks still remain at daylight's warm. Drowsy, I'm in the middle of relaxing and drying my hair that I just washed.
Does your song truly need an organ? We already bought a bone flute.
I don't know when the dragon decided to lie down next to me. I pat his damp hair. Why don't I teach you the song since you like it so much?
No.
Why do you not want to learn? You don't want to? Or don't you think you can learn it? Oh. I kept his face in my hands and make him meet my gaze. I just realized something these days. You don't understand the song's melody. You can't see the beauty in its patterns. Can't even taste the flavors of food. Is that right?
Dragons don't need those things.
All the VAs for Sylus are just the norm. He escaped from my hands, yet I detect a hint of awkwardness in his words. You act mature, but you were sealed away for so long. Sylus, you're still a young dragon, aren't you? You only just learned how to hide your wings. I gently stroked the top of his head. Then my hand glides down the prominent spine and reaches his tail. You can't hide your horns and tail. Are you an adult? Don't tell me you're just acting mature because you're worried about ruining your fiendish image. The dragon stays silent. He flicks his tail away from me. He loops it around and he touches the small of my back.
Are you trying to say you've uncovered my secret?
Came across your stream and recommended today. You have zero regrets for definitely subscribing. Hello, your worst nightmare. Glad to have you here, my friend. It is always my pleasure. That's why I ask people to give it a like. I'm telling you, the most people that come around is always from the recommended or the front page. So yeah, thank you so much for coming around. I do Love and Deepspace, atomic games, indie, retro games, and sometimes we do variety streams as well, like hand cams and collabs, that kind of stuff. So yeah, hope you stick around and enjoy. I did tell you that we were doing something the humans call hugging.
Then do humans still hug each other, even when they want to kill each other? Like us.
Clouds drift across the sky and cover the moonlight for a moment. It is difficult for me to discern his facial expression. Some words are like the moonlight hidden by the clouds. Once the moment passes, there's no need to say them anymore. Very unrelated and off topic. Do you drink any drinks to relax your throat after voice acting? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I always have a drink right next to me. Look. I'm sure you can hear. Can you hear? But not only that also, there's also exercises to do to relax your throat. Longer streams, which I think this is going to be because it's been 2 hours and we're still halfway through the story. So I think it's going to be like about 4 hours today's stream. I do also, yes, make sure to, whenever you are like talking too much, I mean, just like try to like talk to me, to talk as much as I do on my stream, right? You do make sure to like drink, always make sure to moisten up your throat and all that. Mm-hmm. Although I need to get more as well. I roll into a more relaxed position and lie on my back. What does a human soul taste like? We've known each other for so long, but I've never seen you eat. Have you ever eaten a soul? The dragon remains on his side. He stares at my face as if my face holds a secret that he hasn't discovered yet.
Most human souls are disgusting. They're even less appealing than a wanderer's proto-core.
Wait, there's still wanderers in this. Wait, there's still like wanderers in this. Okay, so it's like kind of like medieval, like, but the monsters are still like part of it. When I first saw you, you said my soul was lackluster. Was that actually a compliment? I personally play the game in Japanese, just think the VAs and the fits the voice more. Nah, for me it's English all the way.
Meat.
I like English all the way because it, like, I can't understand the Japanese. So for me, I wouldn't be able to understand anything. While the intonations in English are meant to be the way they are. You know what I mean? I can actually get that. Thinking back, I can't help but laugh.
Is there something else you want?
No. Maybe I just wanted to know if a dragon capable of luring humans into the darkness could truly feel the emotion called love. A desire that goes beyond mere survival. In this world, apart from survival and killing, could there be also room for organs and hugs? Maybe the person next to me only appears human. His indulgence towards me is just so he can obtain my soul. Sylus, those gens and weapons are boring. If you want to cultivate my desire, you need to give me something rare. This time I want. Can't stand being the only one who's troubled by this thought. So I demand something more from him so he can never own, but never offer. Your love. As expected, he looks surprised and laughs. A fiend's love. I don't think there's an AU. It's the same word, it's just a different time. No,
what are you going to do with something that doesn't exist?
I can't pinpoint. Because I don't think this is the same Sylus. I don't think this is the same Sylus as the main story. I do not think this is. But I also don't know.
Speak. What does it mean to truly love a person?
Obviously, NVA grew on me. I didn't like him at first. I just love his laughter and when the light falls and melts. We're still gonna check Kayla Raphael's myth as well. No, but I know exactly what to do. Oh, Kish. Give him a Kish. Oh, come on. I move close to him and lift myself up to plant a kiss on the dragon's forehead. When humans fall in love, they want to kiss it. Maybe dragons feel the same way. The dragon's claw sweeps across my back. Once again, he looks at me as if I'm prey.
But maybe you should know the fate that befalls a dragon's lover. Forehead kiss? How cute. Women do love forehead kisses, don't they? It's something that I've been noticing a lot. Tarus City Taverns is always open. On stage, a woman wearing a fury red dress has just left. Amidst the boisterous cacophony from the junkyards, I sit next to Sylus, who is in the shadows by the window, and wear a hooded cloak. I think the myths are the same timeline. Is it? I don't think so. I also don't know, so maybe. Yeah, it's canon, just a different timeline. Oh, different timeline. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, sure. How are the souls here? Does it scent make you feel nauseous? It's chaotic, but it's still better than the hypocritical sanctuary.
A thud. A waiter placed a wooden cup filled with red liquid in front of me before walking away. Under the lights, a dragon's roar suddenly resounds, like as an actor with dragon wings on his back sings in the center stage. Sylus didn't bring me here for a midnight snack. You're already a dragon. Why do you need to watch a fake one?
Don't you humans like stories? Watch it.
It seems to be a very long story. The actor who's playing the dragon sings for a long time without changing. Bored, I stir the beef sauce on my plate. Words fly over my head since I'm barely paying attention. The body next to me is warm. I wrap the dragon's tail around myself and move closer, Resting my head on his shoulder, I drift in and out of sleep. Tarus City should be chaotic because of the Legion of Justicia, but the people of Tarus City still have happy lives.
The people here are like seeds. They only grow if they're fortunate. Even if they sprout, they might not survive the next day.
It's not always the past, though. Raph is a
They can
Dishwalker
only live in
and
the
Xavier's
moment.
Lightseeker in the future. I see. Are there also people who might not survive?
What are you trying to say?
I grab the dragon's wrist. Smiling, I narrow my eyes. I want to say something that's more precious than any treasure a human can obtain. I like you. Aw, what a cutie. I like who you are at this moment. I turn away. I notice how the dragon's face is faintly reflected on the window. I secretly watch him and I notice his smile vanishes quickly as it disappears. Aww. He's trying to play it cool. He's trying to be like cool, cold and calculated. No, he's a softie. Sylus is always such a softie. Turn around. He grips my shoulder and forces me to face him.
Are you trying to move me with your human love?
I said it because I wanted to. Now the moment has come and gone. You ruined it. The dragon pulls my hood over my eyes. My heart slightly trembles, but all I receive is a gentle flick.
Too late. I'll remember this.
I turn around and the story on stage just reaches its final act. The actor playing the fiend embraces and kisses his lover. At the same time, he plunges his blood-soaked claws into her chest. Oh, betrayal. Fancy. Drama. Hey, Shoko. How you doing as well, my friend? Oh, yeah, welcome. No pizza. I want a ramen anyway. Stop talking about food. I'm trying to have a protein diet. I've been like 7 days with no carbs and I'm going crazy over here. Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight. I gained a little bit too much weight with Nilus's holidays, so, you know. At night, the dragon carries the sleepy girl through Tarus City crowded alleys. No one spares him another glance. It truly looks like an ordinary human returning to home in the moonlight. Sylus, I don't understand the play you made me see. Maybe I fell asleep halfway through.
Then sleep. It wasn't an interesting play in either case.
But I want to hear it. You must tell me, or else I'm gonna have nightmares.
It's about a dragon.
Figures surround them. He could fly her back to the dragon's lair, but tonight he wants to take a bit longer with her.
In the beginning, the dragon lived in a valley with other dragons.
Would you
Amongst
get
his
steady
kin,
longer? Hell yeah,
he
Squishy.
was
You can
the
always
only
watch the VOD
one
later.
with a
Don't worry.
human
Come around whenever you can.
appearance. He mistakenly believed he was a normal person. But as he grew older, horns sprouted from his head and a tail from his back. He had never seen anything like this on someone before. He was scared.
Hey, Ashen. How
So
you
he
doing as
picked
well,
up
my
a
friend?
blade
Hope you're doing
because
good.
He wanted to remove them, but the horns and scales would grow back.
Tem pizza
dripping with
proteica feita
blood.
de banana doce.
It
Caralho.
didn't matter how many times he cut them.
He turns and walks into a small bath. There are fewer people here. His voice softens as if he's actually learning how to sleep.
After a long time, he finally came to terms with being a monster with horns.
Oh,
But then
that's him.
the love of his life appeared.
Is that the person that stabbed the sword? The moment she pulled out her sword, he knew she was the one destined to kill him. She was his arch nemesis. And somewhere along the way, he stopped wanting to consume her soul. Yeah, I knew
She
it.
showed him
I knew that he was
human
betrayed.
love and companionship, making him think he could
I didn't want to
live
be a
like
monster.
a human
I just
too.
wanted to be loved.
And
I just
slowly,
wanted someone to love
without
me.
realizing it, he began to forget he was a dragon.
It be how it be. It's always stories like that. It's like, oh, the monster wanted was to be loved. Oh. It's cliche because it works. Listen, you can criticize cliches all you want. It's a cliche because it works. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the monster was to be loved. Oh. But I did pinpoint. I did guess that he was betrayed. I did get that he was betrayed. That was definitely the vibe that I got. Maybe it was the first time she climbed to the cave's opening, and the morning light touched her dirty, scraped face. Or maybe it was the unchecked, ever-growing desire that reminded him of his old self. Perhaps deep down, she was also a little monster with horns of her own.
Yet a monster can never truly become a human. He cannot escape his fate as a dragon. Nor can he love anyone for long. Dragons have an inherent tendency.
Well, aren't we dragons as well?
Human desire.
Aren't we like dragons as well?
They inevitably become enslaved by it and turn into true monsters. At the end of the story, he killed his beloved. This is the dragon's curse.
As he walks away, the lights fade behind him. He pulls off his cloak, revealing the creature beneath. His form with dragon horns and tail remains. Sylus, do you hate humans?
I wouldn't say I like them for now.
But I'm a human too. I don't know what to think. Oh. Invisible wings slice through the air, carrying the sleepy girl as he soars through the skies. What about you? Why stay by a dragon's side? Hey, Crystal. No, we're a priest and we exchange half a soul with Sylus. Oh, so that's why we're becoming dragons. I see. Alright. On to the next one. What happened that night at the tavern along the words we exchanged is never brought up again by us ever again. By the light of the day became a dark, absurd secret hanging between us. The Tarus City reveals every night where shallow desires are easier to face than genuine feelings. Oh, no spoilers. Don't give me any spoilers, Crystal. The return of the fiend Doomsday Omnis shadow once again haunts the war-torn lands of Sylus. Under the guise of exterminating the fiend, the Legion of Justitia sparks wars across the planet. Those who dare oppose them are branded as sinners and put on trial in the courts of Justitia. The sacred adjudicator's authority hangs by a fragile thread. The long-standing resentment amongst the people reaches its boiling point, and is fueled by the fiend's resurgence. Meanwhile, Sylus and I pay no mind to it all. A path of plunder stretches across nearly every corner of the world. But amid the fierce of my desires, as my thirst for revenge deepens, the cursed dark clouds gather thicker around me, and the dragon casting ever darker shadows over our fates. I mean, I'm reading it right now, Crystal.
Please don't kill me.
Hey, Firespin.
Spare my life.
Have you catch the rest of the VOD? Hell yeah, my friend. Come back around whenever.
Yes, money. I have plenty of treasures. I collected them from different places. You can find them in the inner sanctum. The key is right here.
Black-red mist wafts past them. The owner of the sanctuary twitches. He falls into the ground. I take the key from his hand, dangle it on my pinky, and follow Sylus into the luxurious inner room. I can't remember how many places we've raided. The guards and traps in this place are remarkably sophisticated, and they even managed to injure Sylus. Unfortunately for them, they serve an incompetent master. I bet those guards never imagined they'd be risking their lives for a cowardly imposter. Have we made quite a name for ourselves?
After raiding so many places in a row, I
Red
thought
Velvet,
you'd display
10 out of 10.
some
Sounds
self-awareness.
yummy. Hey, Vix. And Elijah Fun, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Sylus appears disinterested, his gaze briefly scanning the treasures behind the doors before moving somewhere else. Yet his eyes linger on something beyond a nearby sheer curtain. The wind lifts the curtains and reveals a massive organ in the wall. Its presence is illuminated by the setting sun.
What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, look at that. Smiling, I put down the jewelry I was holding and adjust my dress. I sit down before the organ. Melodious music resounds with the wind, while the wind sweeps from the building. Sunlight casts a radiant glow and a harmonious blends with the enchanting melody. My performance ends and the sanctuary falls silent.
Why did you stop?
I get up and retrieve the sword nesting near the organ. A requiem is meant to soothe the dead, but the souls in this place, they don't deserve it. Standing on my tiptoes, I move closer to Sylus. As soon as he narrows his eyes, I quickly step to the side and gracefully ascend the stairs. These were sanctimonious enough when they were alive. I have no intention of praising their ugly souls. What I desire is... My fingers brush over the renowned painting adorning the wall. I turn and lift the hem of my dress, and I sit across the throne positioned at the top of the stairs. I point my toes in silence and tuck my leg around the dragon's. As he reaches the last step, he just leans forward and I tug him closer. To live freely and die without regrets. Our breaths mingle, our heartbeats sink. Light ripples in his eyes, with his lips slowly curling into a smile. With a flick of his tail, he catches me off guard, wrapping it around my waist and pulling me in.
Are you aware of your soul's scent?
He meets my gaze, leaning in provocatively. His breath teasingly caresses the pulse in my neck.
It's akin to a strong
Oh
liquor
boy, I'm not
topped
taking
off with
spoilers.
salt,
No, don't give me any spoilers.
forever boiling and never satisfied.
A shiver ripples through me, deep in my body. The mark of my shoulder burns with the heat never looked before. I wonder what's boiling inside the dragon at this very moment. I don't retreat. In this intimate proximity, I reach out and brush my fingers against his lashes. And you? What is it that you desire? The fading sunset casts a hazy glow over everything, spilling over his brow and rolling down his throat. He says nothing. I take his silence as consent, but just as I reach his right eye, my wrist is suddenly gripped tight. Oh. The moment his skin touches mine, memories stained by a bloody hue flash before my eyes. The bloodstained young man turns his head in the unfathomable darkness. He seems to be... Oh.
You ask too many questions.
Oh. His voice shatters the illusion. I return to reality and Sylus already released my hand. A sinister, blood-red gleam flashes in his eye. Do not think a scorpion tail would be a sexy accessory, but here we are. I mean, his tail kind of looks like a scorpion, doesn't he?
I've never asked you that.
It's a shame I won't ever learn how to be tactful. Oh? What are we gonna do? The mark on my shoulder throbs and burns. I move ahead of him and block his path. Were those guards not enough for you?
What?
You still want to hide it from me? I sweep the strand of hair away from my neck, revealing the mark he left behind. Whenever your hunger for souls flares up, the mark you give me stirs too. Lately, it's been acting more frequently. Oh. What kind of... Oh. So his connection to us is like kind of exposing him a bit more to... Okay. I take a step towards him. Without hesitating, I caress the area around his eye. Oh. When our skins touch it again, the mark on my shoulder flares with heat, and a familiar searing pain floods through me. I stagger back, yet an inexplicable bond of persists connects me to him.
Crossing the line again and again and again. Other than your desire, your audacity is boundless.
Suddenly a force erupts, flinging me several steps away. I brace myself against the edge of a table, steadying my stance. As I lift my head, I notice thin wisps of dark mist slipping from beneath Sylus's hand, which covers my right eye, his right eye. Sylus, you... Thick clouds silently shroud the sanctuary's ceiling. Half of his body sinks into the shadows as he lowers his arm with a ragged breath. Black-red energy particles drift from the corners of his eye. His gaze is now completely drenched in blood red.
Did you forget what I truly am?
The oncoming black mist binds my limbs. Sylus's face is lost in the shadows, hidden from view. Something is wrong with him right now. The shackle around my neck suddenly tightens, and the pain from the depths of my soul strikes again. Are you going to devour me? No, you won't. Ugh.
I won't. Have you spun so many lies that you've begun to believe them yourself? Shall I remind you? You are nothing. You are but a soul that was fed by a fiend.
No, this isn't who you really is. The mark on my shoulder grows like horns. It tightens grip around my body. Oh, my strength drains away. My vision blurs, but my senses sleep and all that remains is an empty husk.
So long as I desire it, I can feast at any time.
My body thrashes. In the vast void of the near death, the chaotic screams in my mind slowly crystallize. Eat him. Devour him. Eat him. A thin streak of golden light bursts through the mark and surges down my arms and my palms, shattering the bind that holds me. A terrifying suffocation devours my consciousness, yet something appears in my hand and guides me to strike at Sylus. Oh? Warm liquid splashes on my cheek. The blood-red greatsword solidifies from a phantom into reality, and I thrust it into his chest. The scarlet eyes widen in disbelief as we lock gazes, the air heavy with silence between us.
The dragon! The fiend has been slain!
The Judicator's oracle bursts into the sanctuary with the Legion of Justinia, the voice frantic and uneven as they shout.
Capture it! Capture it now!
My hand trembles, the sword dissolves into light and returns into my body. The force restraining me loosens its grip. I fall onto the pristine floor into the sanctuary. No, that sword. I didn't mean to. Blood bursts from Sylus's chest as the soldier's blade are poised right at his head. In his current condition, facing off against the Legion is a grave risk. Are we gonna grow wings? I grit my teeth, get up and shove him past the white stone doors behind us. The door slams shut. I turn and snatch up a weapon pointing at the soldiers crowded in. You saw it yourselves. A fiend couldn't best me. Anyone who steps close will meet their end by my sword. Behind the white stone doors, blood continues to fall onto the floor. It seeps out from the cracks. The whispers of desire grow louder. The blood-red hue in Sylus's vision surges and boils. His gaze is nearly drowned in crimson. Ignoring the grievous injury from the great sword, he only knows that the curse almost came true. He almost lost his mind and killed her. The boiling, nearly irrational urge to kill him rages on, refusing to calm. The wounds on his body remain open, unhealed. He gets down on one knee. Sharp claws begin to sprout from the hand that is covering his right eye. An irresistible force pierces through his flesh and bones. It transforms into a massive wings that spreads wide from his back. The sanctuary pristine bell tower trembles as the savage force destroys it from within. A roar resounds from the collapsing rubble. The mad dragon spreads his wings and surges forward before crashing into the ground amidst the human screams. Wings struggle to flap. He stumbles. A vortex stirs, nearly leveling all buildings in its path. And then, he finally flies towards the distant Tarus City. Are we going with him? Oh, there we go. Almost at the end. Number 7 now. Oh, I'm hooked into the story. I don't want to stop now. Okay. The sight of the dragon rampaging through the city and flying off the Tarus City haunts every soul that day. When I finally break free from the chaos of the Legion and rush out of the sanctuary, I can only see his figure disappearing into the stormy clouds. The trail of blood left amongst the flight path makes people realize this fiend is gravely wounded. Soon every faction of the Legion, every opportunity seeking profit from the death of the dragon heads towards Tarus City. I steal the armor of the dead soldiers and blend into the ranks. I make my way over to the dragon as soon as I can. I need to reach him before anyone else does, before they try to end him. Even if fate showed me, I'm the only one who can truly kill him. Oh? When I arrive at Tarus City, I see nothing but soaring flames. The dragon's lair on the cliff has been reduced to rubble. How could this have happened? The Legion of Justicia have set up numerous traps and ambushes along the way. I hear the shouts carried by the wind.
The fiend is wounded. He can't have gone far. Keep looking.
But where could he be? He's not in Tarus City. He's definitely not in the abyss. What are the places? We're going to the spire. The spire that we were at the beginning. The brand on my neck burns with the pain from deep within my soul. It's pulling the soul fragment of the dragon left inside my body. My gaze uncontrollably drifts across the withered forest and lands on the obsidian spire that was partially collapsed. She's literally going, I can fix him. But that's like every Sylus story.
The fiend will meet his destined arch nemesis once again. Right over there.
Alright. So yeah, I guess we're going to we are his arch nemesis. Yeah, that makes sense. I force the passing soldier off his mount, take his horse and race towards the Black Chapel. Oh. Hey Aaron, how you doing as well, my friend? The closer I get to the building, the more vivid the crimson bloodstains along the mountain path become. The horns and shouts calling for the dragon slowly fade, leaving only the rapid hoofbeats and my anxious heartbeat to fill the silence. By the time I reach the obsidian steps, the tiny stream of blood has nearly dried. When I push open the gate for the long-abandoned chapel nestled deep within my forest, the cold moon hangs high in the night sky. The brightest light filters through the shattered spire. Dazed, I see the dragon barely alive. He lies in the center of the room. Sylus! There's no reply. I ran over to him and paid no attention to the Legion of Justicia who have just died to his claws. On the raised platform, the dragon's eyes are closed. His body is drenched in blood, the droplets dripping from his edge. How could this be? Aren't your wounds supposed to heal fast? I stem the bleeding, but it's futile. His chest. This is the wound that I gave him. All his wounds remain as it is. They don't show any signs of healing. A sudden roar resounds as the dragon opens his eyes. A fierce gale pushes me back and slams me against the pillar. Oh. A sharp metallic taste fills my mouth. His fangs are at my neck, puncturing my skin. One more push. He'll snap my spine. Sylus. Sylus. You are Sylus. The mark on my shoulder boils with the agony only death could deliver. I suppress my fear, lift my trembling hand, and gently place it in the dragon's eye. A soft requiem echoes within the spacious room. The roaring slowly subsides as if something deep inside him stirs awake. The dragon begins to struggle violently. The bestial chaos in his eyes clears. When the song ends, his gaze finally reflects my face. Sylus. I close my eyes and press my lips against the dragon's. A moment later, a familiar figure appears before me. His lashes flutter as he stumbles, collapsing with me on the cold floor. Sylus, wake up! Don't fall asleep, Sylus! Black mist spills up from every wound in his body, as if his very life is being drained away. My blood mixes together on the slippery cold floor. When my blood touches his chest that's shrouded in black mist, a sharp pain pierces my mind. Eat him. He's yours. Kill him. Devour. The power. Accelerated, my heart races. Fervent desire reverberates in my ears. My arms tremble as I raise it, unable to control it. My hand is close to Sylus's heart. Yes. Use your strength just like that. My hand quickly quivers uncontrollably. I grit my teeth and strive to shake off the voice in my mind, but suddenly, my wrist is caught.
Don't know where to aim.
Sylus has opened his eyes without me noticing. As he pressed my wrist down, a faint, weak smirk covers his lips.
I can tell you.
The phantom of the great sword nearly forms again. It feels like walking from a trance. I fling his hand away, breathless. Have you gone mad? A smile gradually graces Sylus's face. His eyes gleam like precious gemstones in the depths of darkness.
What about you? Before the mark disappears, you still have a chance to kill me.
He tightly grips my arm and struggles to support himself in a pool of blood. Leaning against the pillar, its tail reaches out to me.
You've got it right at my heart. So I hesitate.
Struggling to breathe, I kneel before him and I'm forced to meet his gaze. His tail moves before I can react. My heartbeat reverberates in my ears. His aura burns like flames and slowly engulfs me.
Do you remember? Only the fiends destined to arch-nemesis can kill him. Who exactly do you think that is?
An inexplicable rage and inferno surges within me. Indignant, I laugh. I open my mouth and sink my teeth into his hand. I don't believe in destined arch-nemesis nonsense. Oh, what is it gonna be? Dim light boils in his eyes. Sylus cackles. He lowers his head and bites my shoulder like a predator. You. Pain spreads like fire. Then, Sylus extends his tongue, slowly licking my wound on my shoulder, as if he's claiming and soothing me. Oh man, can you feel the generational wealth? It's like
now's the time.
It's like a mix of like a Disney villain and like a really rich dude. Not like a rich like, oh, I just like got a fancy car. Like rich, like, you know, he comes from like 5 generations of like really fucking rich, you know what I mean? He's like you know what I mean? His tongue alternates between licking and biting, sending a strange tingling sensation through my body, like despite the lingering pain. He slowly licks over my throbbing wound. Hey, yo. Sylus tightens his grip again and again. His eyes are filled with a fervent excitement and a hunger that knows no end.
However, if you don't want to...
The mark on the shoulder that belongs to him burns. Dizzy, I lift my gaze. My strength is draining away, but I see his wounds slowly healing. Sylus, did you already know that we would instinctively want to devour each other? Then why did you rescue me from the abyss? And wriggle under him, and he intertwines his fingers with mine. My hands are ensnared.
And what about you? Why didn't you just kill me earlier?
I freeze. In the moonlight silence, Sylus raises his hand and gently touches the area around my eyes. Oh? Just a little nibble? I mean, I'm not against leaving hickeys, you know? As long as I don't like blood, though. I don't like drawing blood. But anything else is like fair game for me, just saying. My lips tremble, weakened by the torrent of emotions coursing through me. I gaze into his eyes for what feels like an eternity. The murky chaos that was once impossible to read is gone. At this moment, I can see his eyes clearly.
The fiend will meet his destined arch-nemesis again at this place.
It just feels like I'm reading one of my ASMR stories. I'm not even joking.
I told you before that I'd give you 2 more chances to kill me. Now, you only have 1.
In that instant, the turmoil in my heart settles, and I twist my hand to clasp his. You only said a half-truth. I told you before that I'm greedy. I live how I want, and I hate being controlled by others. If fate wants me to kill the fiend... A warm, soft glow light spills from my palm. I press it against the wound on Sylus's chest. Then I'll save him instead.
Save me? Are you aware of the cost? Once we hold hands now, our lives will be bound together.
Deixa de drama, nego drama.
We must offer half our soul to the other. They'll be merged. to forge an unbreakable bond.
What do you think of this myth so far? It's exactly what I expected, but it's pretty good. Like, it's what I mean by expected. It's like it's exactly like those ASMR stories. I mean, the plot was really predictable, but I really fucking like the visuals. It's like very pretty.
To share your life
it's really
with a
unique as
fiend.
well. Like how they can like take
It
these
might be a
characters and twist them into like
punishment worse than having your soul
completely different
devoured.
vibes. You know what I mean? From boss to like dragon to the furry Omegaverse one as well. These are all like pretty cool as well.
Will you truly not regret it?
I said I'll live, didn't I? No matter the cost. If following our hearts is a sin, then you and I must be the last of our kind in this world. I mean, just saying, we don't have to be the last of our kind. Just saying, that is a problem that can solve itself. I am just saying, you know.
Stay by my side until
We
the end
can
of
sort
time.
that out. We can sort that out, you know. If that's, you know, if that's the case, that problem can very much be solved. I'm just saying, you know. In the moonlight, the dragon's tails wrap around me and draws me into its embrace. It spreads on wing to shield us from the cold wind and the settling midnight rain. At night, I fall into the abyss in this warm embrace. Ooh. I have so far been very good at taking the worn out trope and making it feel fresh. Well, I wouldn't say making it feel fresh. It's not that it's new. It's not that it's fresh. It's that it's well delivered. I always say, here's what I always say, okay? You can take three approaches to making a good story. You can either really polish it. For example, My Hero Academia. I'm going to use My Hero Academia. I don't think My Hero Academia is a like creative or innovative shonen, but it is a really well polished one. Like the battle systems are really polished. The world feels very realistic, even with the unrealistic powers. The powers are like the systems of that make the shonen genre are very polished, and that makes it for like a really good anime, right? At least in that aspect. There's any issues that I have with My Hero Academia, but that's like one thing that they do really well. You can that's one thing that you can do. You can either make it incredibly polished, or you can be unique. You can have an idea that is out there. This idea, this Sylus' story, is not unique, but it's incredibly polished. So that's what makes it good. You know what I mean? The story itself, it's nothing new. There's plenty of ASMR stories. When I first saw it, I immediately compared to one that I've written myself, the Dragon Story. Well, I haven't written, T-Drop written. I wrote it and I recorded it. Maybe. But, you know what I mean? Or the third idea is that you subvert expectations, which kind of falls, I guess it's two ideas, like be unique about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's at least how I see it. Right, that's the one before the last. All right. You know. They can do the devil's stangle. Sex. You know, just saying, if you're the last of its kind, you know, sex can solve that. You know, procreation. Anyway, the night fogs envelops me, and I feel like I'm trapped in a long, chaotic nightmare. When I wake up, I'm surrounded by a red valley filled with blooming datura. My arms feel heavy. I look down and I see a huge horned creature. I hold it until it dies. I don't know why I'm here. I just vaguely remember having a dragon in a pitch black chapel. I try to desperately recall, but the last clear memory that I have of the dragon ends with a blood-soaked night under the moon. Everything afterwards feels like shredded fragments, incomplete and scattered. It's like hearing half the chord meant to be played with both hands. It's like a dance that was supposed to be for two, with only one left to dance it alone. Maybe I'm imagining things, but after half of our souls are exchanged, I've been dreaming of him more and more. Sometimes even while I'm awake. When I'm alone, I always see him by my side. Those visions, I can't tell if they really happened, if they're just my own fantasies, if they're his. Or maybe I'm seeing the other half of his soul that's within me. I mean, you can be inspired by a story or retell it. Depends on how you will people listen to it or not. Exactly. Oh. So there he is.
Why are you so worried? I just want to rest.
Y'all basically got married. True. Kind of true. We basically got married. Your current state, you might not wake at all. Wake up at all.
That song you played. It'd be nice if I could hear it again.
The Black Chapel is like an illusion steeped in darkness. I can't remember if I finished playing that piece. But it's like a requiem, a song meant to be for the departed. I think a soul exchange is more intense than simple marriage. I mean, kind of. I mean, marriage is supposed to be that. Sometimes I think we never truly left the chapel after that night. I live with the dragons. We keep each other's company, and we leave a peaceful life away from everyone. On the days we tended to our wounds, we'd go hunting in the forest, or disguise ourselves to shop at the market. Little by little, the chapel became filled with traces of us. On the pew, there'll be the salve I mixed for his wounds in the night before. By the stained glass, the sheath he made for my sword hangs proudly. Slowly, it makes it feel like we've truly made a home here together. Oh, how goth. We're goth as fuck. We live in a black chapel. If that's not peak goth, I don't know what is, dude. That's like peak goth. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? As I feel my body become weightless, Sylus encircles his arms around my waist and lifted me. He puts me on his shoulders. I feel my body become weightless. Sylus encircled his arms around my waist and lifted me. He puts me on his shoulders. My view rises in a flash, and I widen my eyes, looking down to meet his gaze.
What? Didn't you say it should be hung higher?
His eyes gleam with amusement. I can't help but smile too. A black castle and married to a dragon? We should bring back Chemo Kid? No. I told you, that was a one-time thing. I hang up each decoration from the pile on the pew. One after another, I reach inside my bag. My fingers brush against the only item that's left. Here's the last one, but this one is different. I tilt my head and raise my chin towards Sylus. Close your eyes. Oh yeah, Black Chapel is such a vibe. It would be incredibly fucking... I'm sorry to break your fantasy, but a huge Black Chapel would be unbearably hot during the daylight. It would be so Why do you think there's no, like, buildings that are built, like, pitch black? That would absorb all of the sun. It would be insufferable. Even during the night. You know what I mean? That's like... I know this. Why do you think I know this? My cousin painted his house pitch black because he liked that. And, yeah. You know what I mean? Unless you have a lot of ACs as well. That's what clubs usually do. Clubs will usually have like a bunch of ACs for during the night, and you know, since they're during the night, usually it's a lot colder by then. But yeah, during the day would be insufferably hot. He looks up, he's slightly confused, but doesn't question me. Instead, he obediently closes his eyes. Sunlight caresses his hair, makes it look soft and fluffy. Smiling, I carefully place the flower crown I prepared on his head. I wasn't expecting this much. It suits you well. It would be nice in a cold place. Sylus opens his eyes. Hesitant, he raises his hand to touch the upturned petals and gently adjusts them.
So you stayed up late these past few nights to make this?
You didn't sleep either. He chuckles without responding, reaching up to pluck a tiny petal that's gotten caught in my hair.
Do you like flowers?
Yes, I guess. But there aren't a lot in Tarus City. I had to scour the entire woods to get these much.
The forest barely has any flowers.
What do you mean?
Hold on tight.
That's why I go out during the day and raid for people for treasures. He's a dragon who holds treasures, exactly. The air brushes past us. He lets out a hearty laugh as he spreads his wings.
Since you gave me a gift, I should respond in kind.
Oh.
Watch your step, oh great sorceress. We've arrived.
Oh, we're just flying on his... Okay. And some big old titties. Oh, never mind. I wasn't looking at that. Oh, look at that. I mean, I don't know how far away we are, but look at... I mean, it looks a lot better than the previous place. You know what I mean? Hey, Insane Pixie. How you doing as well, my friend?
Like?
Perfect camera view. They always give you a big old view of the titties, don't they? Every single, like, cutscene that they had, it always has, like, a big old... It's like... Screen... It's just, like, a million people just, like this.
Just because you haven't seen...
Wait, why is it not... Why is it not, like, screenshotting?
Don't exist.
Wait, why is it not... I screenshotted too much. I think I think my phone froze. A bunch of people being like this. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking screenshotting the titties. Okay. Then I need to take a closer look.
Have your film seen enough? Wouldn't you say this angle is better?
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Too bad against Hito. Oh. Clear out his... Oh, breathe into your mic. Come on. Wait, does it not work? Did it not work? Or did it work? Okay, wait, it didn't work. Okay, there you go. You're quite daring.
You're quite daring.
You screenshotting that? Just memeing. I'm just memeing it out. Can't even bother. Oh, I'm gonna decorate his hair. You gonna be girly pop? Oh, look at the body. Flowers suit you better than Tarus City.
That's the first time someone said those words to me.
Decorate him more.
Only you and this flower.
I'm telling you, Sylus is such a softie.
Come touch me here.
Sylus is such a fucking softie, you know what I mean? He's just like, he folds so fast, it's like kind of funny, you know what I mean? Fun fact, the brute from the spawn was hit in the same spot as the flower. Oh. Hey, yo. The right. Okay. You know,
Tarus City can have flowers bloom
the
everywhere.
brute from the spawn was hit in the
As
same
far
flower
as
as
the
the
eye
spawn
can
was hit in
see.
the flower.
But only for one person.
Ô, Choco, se tu não quer assistir, por que tu não faz a arte da gente, porra? Do comic, carai. Tu não precisa assistir as lives de Love and Deepspace se não quiser não, paizão. Eu sei que tu não gosta do jogo, pai. Eu já falei 1000 vezes. Se tu não quiser assistir a live, não assista não, paizão. Venha sempre que quiser. Eu sei que tu prefere mais as lives de variedade dos jogos indie. Não esquenta não, paizão. É de boa mesmo. Tá ligado? Se quiser, claro. Se quiser aqui ficar falando merda também, eu não vou... eu não vou reclamar, só tô dizendo. Se tu não quiser. Não passou o áudio, tô esperando. Mas, pode fé. Mas tipo assim, o script, pô. O áudio a gente não gravou ainda não. Se tu quiser esperar o áudio também, tranquilo. Não, como eu disse, não tem zero pressa, tá ligado? On the other side of that nightmare, the dragon that never took me to the valley where flowers bloomed. On the night we exchanged souls, the sacred judicator let himself led the entire legion of Shishya to surround the Black Chapel. They spared no effort trying to capture the severely injured dragon. They mocked the dragon left on my shoulder severed as the undeniable proof of me being a sorceress. The news of the fiend's death spreads through the land. And that day I'm taken back into Ivory City under the accusation of being a sorcerer. They imprisoned me in the courtyard behind the ruined sanctuary. And now I just can't wait to be sent to the court of justice. The sanctuary is cold and bleak. The cat which never managed to climb over the courtyard walls has put on 10 pounds. It seems to have grown accustomed to the life behind these walls, bound by the invisible thread. Only I know my dragon is still alive. He flies across the abyss to find me on every moonlit night. This is a secret. You can go Ravage. It's not here in the chat. Exactly. You gotta behave in the chat. It's because of YouTube. YouTube and Twitch, they don't allow for these kinds of comments. Even if you're just like saying it memeing, in the chat you gotta behave. You can be funny. You can be down bad if you're funny. Like just be like, God damn, I'm biting my teeth so hard right now. Some shit like that, or just be like, God damn, sir, those titties looking, you know, something like that. You know, just be funny about it. As the sound of crunchy grass reaches his ears, he turns his head. Oh, so when is it gonna be?
You're awake, or were you struggling to fall asleep?
Oh, I skipped it by mistake. I need to get something to drink. Chains drag through the overgrown grass as I walk towards him. Reaching out my hand, he gently pulls me up and holds me in his arms.
I've been feeling restless.
By the way, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. I know it's annoying to keep reminding people, but it genuinely helps out. If you share the stream, you know, share it with your friends on Discord, leave a like, leave a comment. Genuinely helps me out. So if you can drop a like, I'd really appreciate it. You know? Sylus quickly brings his legs together and blocks my movement.
Don't move.
Posture check? Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, right. He carefully dries my now stew-soaked hair with a silk handkerchief. His voice had taken on a more sullen tone, as if he's grappling with a matter of great significance. I stayed nestled in his arms. When I lower my head, I see his curled-up tail. The dragon's tail coils around my ankle. Even the deepest wound on its tip has almost completely healed. I fell asleep while waiting for you these past few nights. Why didn't you wake me up? As the silk handkerchief absorbs the moisture at the ends of my hair, Sylus allows me to turn my head. A gentle smile graces his lips.
Someone
Hey
was
Rose,
dreaming.
how are you doing? Well, my friend.
Continued to say my name.
Hey. I lift his chin and scrutinize him. With a relaxed glance, the corner of Sylus's mouth curled up. He snuzzled my fingers.
Did you actually dream of me?
Have you never dreamed of me? He doesn't speak. He just looks at me.
Before I was sealed away, I did dream of you. I just didn't expect I'd be willing to dry that person's hair one day.
Oh, look at him being a softie. And you also happen to be enjoying it. What you do in your dream exactly? Did I point a sword at you? The candlelight flickers alongside something else in Sylus's gaze.
What about you? What did I do in your dream?
Do you want to know? Is this YouTube friendly? Do you want to know? The boy from my dreams appears before me again. Under the moonlight, the horns and tail of the fiend reflect the dim glow. I meet his gaze. Numerous words bubble up within me, yet they become entangled on the tip of my tongue. On this dimly lit night, I hold him close and pour all my strength into hugging him. Since you've taken half of my soul, even if the world turns its back on you, I'll always stand by your side. You're not even allowed to think about leaving me. My heartbeat resounds like a drum in my ears, and Sylus has lowered his head. He rests his chin on my shoulder.
All right.
The candlelight washes the moonlight's glow in a warm hue. I lay my head on my arm and intertwine my fingers with his, reaching out to grasp the light together. Let's make a pinky promise. To never betray each other.
Our souls are bound. We will never betray each other. Even if doomsday arrives outside this sanctuary. Even if the world crumbles.
This promise can't be broken.
This promise will never be broken.
Oh, what a cutie. Is that the last one? This is gonna make me cry again. I can feel it coming. You gonna cry. I'm gonna watch. I only wanted to be loved. We're gonna stay forever. I'm just making jokes. It is kind of cliche, like love monster story. You know what I mean? But it is kind of cute. I do like that. It's kind of cute. on that dew-drenched midsummer night seemed to freeze in place. Every thought of the future remained sweet and light. After giving up half of my soul, the great sword never appeared again. Perhaps I lost the power to wield it, no longer able to slay the dragon. Does that mean the dragon's curse has been broken? All I can do is look towards Tarus City. But as the time goes on, the half of the dragon's soul within me burns more fiercely. Fervent desire like his searing my mind. With the ever-changing days and nights, I start to forget who I am. Sometimes I'm the dragon hiding alone in the Black Chapel. Other times I'm a human awaiting judgment in the sanctuary's courtyard. When I came to my senses one time, I find myself sinking my teeth into the neck of a soldier who was guarding me. The courtyard perhaps grows quieter by the day, perhaps because there are fewer people left in Ivory City. The planet is in a rapid decline. Before leaving, the last soldier tells me that the dragon has broken free from their restraints. He's gone completely mad and has nearly destroyed every city. The end of the world will be upon us. Soon this ruined planet will only have a rampaging dragon left, and I haven't seen Sylus until the Doomsday Judgment arrives. They take me to the highest court of Justinian, Sylus. Oh? Is it gonna be the apocalypse? The court of Justinian hangs high in the sky, under the swirling red clouds. Several arbiter wings symbolize divine retribution, and stay silent as they circle above me. Amidst the ranks of the Legion of Justinian, the sacred adjudicator wearing a magnificent robe stands on the looming platform like a lifeless statue. An ancient voice reverberates across the planet, enumerating the crimes the dragon and I have wrought upon the world, the reason why this grand execution is being held in the first place.
First crime. Worshipping evil and desire. Showing no repentance. Letting your heart fall to corruption. Second crime. Consorting with the fiend and bearing its mark. Tainting your very body with
Oh, shut up, you nerd. What are you? What are you, the fucking like priest from like the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Embracing insatiable greed. Actions steeped in corruption.
Chains bind me at the center. Before the rattling of chains a struggle, I hear nothing. Blood surges in my head. A restless fury rises within me. Dragon-like and fierce.
You are guilty on all 15
He's more like the priest of Castlevania.
sources.
That also true.
You shall be executed as a result, and it will be done immediately.
With a shrill cry from the arbiter's wings, a bolt of lightning strikes my soul. Huh? Struggling to keep me upright, my knees buckle under the weight. Before I can stand again, another bolt of lightning rips through my mind and tears my senses apart. My face pressed against the cold floor. I recall the image of the dragon plummeting into the valley, his chest pierced by a sword. Sylus. I remember the dragon who likes that requiem. But I've never sung it to him in full. This is the first and last time. Like I'm back in Tarus City. At night I sit at the top of the dragon's lair. He sits beside me and says, "Sing it again." Tiny notes squeeze their way out of my chest. They gradually forge the fragments of an unfinished melody. You can't hear this now. Someone might never sing it for you ever again. So piercing lightning repeatedly interrupts my song, but I keep singing, unaware that other sounds have faded away. The entire court of Justitia falls into complete silence. Only the sorrowful requiem echoes through its halls. As the final notes fade into earth, there's a long silence, and then, as if to respond in a kind, deep, resounding roar emerges from the deep behind the crimson clouds. Is that a dragon?
It's dragon. The Doomsday Judgment has begun. Get her.
Reminds me of a YouTuber who did a skit in a game doing reviews saying, "I don't want religion in my games." Don't get me started on making fun of like people complain about games being woke or like politics or religion. Like I prefer to stay away from that brain rot, especially because it's becoming very popular again, and I fucking hate that so much. I think it's so fucking dumb. It's like, oh, this game is woke. Anyway, the floor rumbles as 18 towering statues surrounded the court pivot, revealing their spearheads. The Legion of Justicia suddenly surged from all directions like a tide, the cold gleam of their blades pointing at the dragon. Only upon hearing the Sacred Judicator's command do I realize my judgment was actually a trap for the dragon. The flames tremble on the ground. Stone feathers launched by Yabra's wings pierce through the dragon's wing, with electrified arrows from the legions lodge themselves into his scales. The wings are nearly shredded, but no amount of damage can stop the dragon in a frenzy, as if it feels no pain. In the end, I am the only one left standing on the vast platform of the Countess of Justicia. Oh, man. Oh. Through the clouds, the dragon, battered and broken, dives towards me, his eyes filled with nothing but wild chaos of a beast. I know he's just a dragon now, but he doesn't recognize me anymore. Closing my eyes, I recalled a long, drawn-out story about a dragon that watched in a dim tavern. A man called Sylus was next to me, and in the end, the dragon plunged his bloody claws into his lover's chest.
Yet a monster can never truly become a human.
Oh, is this gonna be a tragedy?
He cannot escape his fate.
Are we not gonna have a good ending? Oh, really?
Nor can he love anyone for long.
Oh, man, really?
At the end of the story, he killed his beloved.
Oh.
This is the dragon's curse.
It is the end of another story. Facing the wind, I spread my arms. I want to embrace my dragon one last time. I don't feel an embrace, nor the touch of death. Just before the dragon strike lands, I feel a hand seize my wrist. He presses my hand against his chest. I feel the resonance between two souls. Sylus? In the split second before the dragon's death blow, under the pull of the resonating souls, the blood-red greatsword reappears in my grasp. My heart lets out a silent scream, yet my sword pierces the dragon's chest. This looked as if I was the one who plunged it in. Oh, really? No, really? What have I done? There's so much blood.
You must press on.
Oh? Hey.
Because if you don't, there's no going back.
This... Oh, really? Oh. As if I fall, fate itself plunges into the abyss as if it was written. I won't be able to go back. The dragon grips my hands tightly and uses his strength to push the sword further into his own chest. As if it's an unyielding life, it's mocking the curse and making a final stand against fate. Oh, really? I hold on to the dragon's neck as we plummet through the clouds together. With the last bit of his strength, the dragon carries me away to the court of Justicia, where we fly over the black obsidian chapel and crash into a valley filled with blooming datura. His body lies quietly amongst the flowers, his garnet-like eyes in my reflection. Look at me. You are not allowed to close your eyes. My tears fall onto him as I lower my head. I allow him to place a kiss on my forehead. The dark red glows in his eyes dim. Obsidian-like crystals crawl over the dragon's scales, slowly covering his entire body. My dragon is gone. His body disintegrates, shards of crystal begin to peel away. The wind blows through the valley, lifting those fragments like black petals, wrapping around me. At that moment, it feels as if the dragon's soul has passed through my body. His life, everything about him, appears before me. Oh, really? Are we not gonna have a good ending? Oh, that was walking towards such a good ending. Deep within a cave, the boy who grew up with dragons tightly grips his dagger. He presses the gleaming blade against the base of his tender horn. He clenches his teeth. Blood flows, and a moment later he passes his right eye and it's filled with rage. It's not long before they are discovered. All the dragons are killed in the valley except for him. He's taken away as human. When people saw the horns growing on his head, blades once sheathed were thrust on his chest. He rolls into the rumble at the bottom of the valley. His blood boils. He doesn't know how, but he managed to stand. His legs tremble. When he comes to his senses, everyone who was hurting was lying in a pool of blood. Black-red mist drifts from their bodies. It travels along the dragon's horns with his tail before entering the wound in the young man's chest. His hunchback slits open. From two bloody shrieks, the two dragons' wings struggle to release themselves. They shatter stones as they suddenly unfold. The curse he once despised becomes strength. He doesn't hesitate this time. He flies into the depths of the valley. We just get pain. That's why we said lol. Nope. Rip. Oh man. Oh man. The dragon bone cradle in my arms dissolves into petals. Wait, the dragon bone cradle in my arms dissolves into petals. What are we, fucking Dovahkiin? Skyrim. Drifting past me. Everywhere they touch, the bright red datura flowers turn black. I smell floral fragrance. This is the scent of his soul that carries a faint, scorching bitterness. Hey, hi honey, how you doing as well, baby? Thank you for the happy anniversary, partner anniversary, yes. Dragon bone, not born. My beloved was born into an apocalyptic terror. People cursed his existence, fabricated his sins, and celebrated his death. Only one person ever gazed his jewel-like eyes, embraced his burdened soul, and sang to him in the night wind. He's already etched his traces of his existence deep into my life. Yet his retaliation against the fate pierces my chest like a sword. Sylus, I curse your soul. He says the best way to punish someone is to let them live forever. I curse your soul to never fade away. You'll always be tied to me. Forever. I pinched the last black petal, as if grasping the final piece of his soul. This is my curse. Only I can grant you a true death. From the depths of the valley, a faint dragon roars, echoes. The petal flutters, drifting far on the wind, like a dragon returning to the clouds above. I feel something sprouting from my head like tender branches. Sharp pain pierces my spine as dragon tails replace my tailbone. Now we're a dragon. I think of how Sylus was acting in the beginning of the main story. Remember everything. It's clear to him that he's triggered to get her to remember him. I walk into the valley that once embraced him. It is only after my dragon is gone that I finally become one with him. Aww. Oh man, that's such a sad ending. Damn. You even got that tear roll in my eye. Damn. Aw. Man, I thought it was gonna be like a sexy dragon, not a fucking sob story. That sucks. Oh, I'm sad, man. Oh. Well, that was that. That was Beyond Cloudfall. Sylus's myth. That was that. I hope everybody enjoyed. That was almost 3 hours. Damn, these myths are crazy. Oh, man. Wait, we got rated. Oh, yeah, we did get rated. Hey, Shilsky, how you doing as well, my friend? Aren't you yeah, you are the Gorgon guy. How you doing? Yeah, I really like your design for your VTuber. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for the raid. You guys just arrived as soon as I was ending, dude. We literally just got ended with the Love and Deepspace story. Well, yeah, welcome everybody. Glad to have you here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. What do you guys think? Now we can finally have a thoughts, okay? I know a lot of people wanted to talk about the story, but you know, I said that, you know, no spoilers, right? But what do you guys think? I really enjoyed it. I really fuck with that. Like I said, it is not a unique story by any means, right? I don't think it's like a unique story. but it's really creative. I really like how it feels fresh, even though none of the themes are like super unique by any chance. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I hope you guys enjoyed. What were you guys doing? Yes, thank you so much for the raid, my friends. By the way, if you follow me, I am live both on YouTube and Twitch. I do Love and Deep Space, Atomic Games, Indie, Retro Games, variety streams as well. You can follow me on YouTube if you want to. Where is let me pull up so I can present everybody, you know. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. Here it is. Oh, forgot to do the thing. Where is it? I have a YouTube channel if you want to follow. I do stream on YouTube and Twitch as well. There's also videos. I post videos whenever there's like something to talk about or like highlights and all that stuff. I do variety streams. We've also done a collab where we actually rated Shiosuke's design as well, with a bunch of all others with TB Skyen. That was super cool as well. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, definitely go check it out as well. And yeah, that's kind of how it goes. As if I wasn't sad enough already. Dead by Daylight today. Mixed bag of games. Had a lot of fun. Hell yeah. But I really enjoyed the story though. I really, really enjoyed the story. It's not a love and deep space, it's love and depression. I mean, you know, not every story has a good ending, you know. I do appreciate for all that's worth, I do appreciate that not every story is like a good ending. You know what I mean? I do appreciate that. But I really enjoyed it though. I really fuck with that. I really fuck with that. I mean, like Dragon Sylus looks really hot as well. Although, you know, if you really want a kinky story, the fucking BDSM Omegaverse story that they just released, I think it's the more what you're looking for. But I really enjoyed. Like I said before, I can appreciate for, you know, like a well-spoken story. Anyway. Oh yeah. Tomorrow's Sketch 22? Yes, tomorrow's Sketch 22. There's still one more Sylus one that we gotta check. Don't worry, I'm gonna be checking out everybody's myths. I'm just going through Sylus first because Sylus is my favorite. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just that's it. Why do you think I stream pretty much every single event that comes with Sylus first? Sylus is my favorite. Of course I'm gonna be streaming him. Yeah, we know. Well, you know, it do be how it be. But I will watch everybody's myths whenever we can. Absolutely. We will watch everybody's myths, so don't worry about it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm sorry that the raid is just right now, but we're really just wrapping it up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, go check out my new YouTube video on YouTube as well. It is pinned in both the chats as well. So yeah. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment if you are not watching this live. I always reply to every comment, and share this with friends. Share this on Discord if you want to. You know, I am a small streamer, so every support is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for coming around, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care.